So my car broke down, or it's running hot, and I'm at a Pilot truck stop. It's very nice, pizza and Subway, and I'm trying to stay positive because I'm a little frustrated. A guy's coming to put a hose on it, mobile repair service, and let's hope that that works and I can make it to Chattanooga.
I like the hustle, man.
Smoke and stuff from the coolant getting all over the radiator, shit like that. It'll slowly burn off, man.
Alright, I'm doing a video vlog. If you don't mind. He helped me out, I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. Praise God, praise God. Praise God. Oh, let's go. Back on the road. So we got the car fixed. We got all of the we got the alternator belt was off. That's why it was going dead. And we got the hose put on it. And I'm here and I'm headed to where I'm gonna sleep tonight. And the alternator goes out completely. And now I'm at a gas station. So this kind lady's let me stand in here for the last 30 minutes. And yeah, I'm waiting on Josh to come get me so we can make some amazing content. And times like this, it's like you ask yourself, man, all signs were like, maybe I shouldn't have come. Is this a priority? Well, why did I? Things like this happen when something good's on the other side, and you got to stay positive. So I know we're gonna make some dope content. Thank you.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one.
Dude.
What the fuck, dude?
See, bro, you can see me, man. I'm here. And yes, I'm recording this. I have to, dude.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man.
It's right back there, like half a mile.
I gotta at least see it. So I gotta wave to it.
Yeah, I've never had it like that either, and that's why I didn't really like it. It's kind of weird.
I've had it.
It's like really, really sweet. You can try it.
But you know, it varies on strain, depends on quality. But I'll say because there's two different. No, I completely understand. There's two different versions now of CBD. I know, right?
We're actually sitting down talking. This is the first time. You gotta understand, he just come through my shop like I just opened my shop up. I'm just geeking out. I'm sorry. That's just some other stuff I had.
A little selection of like.
So what I'm saying is that an eighth a week, you can do like a little coupon book.
Oh yeah.
Maybe see it. Free shipping for a year. How do you feel about that?
Oh, a coupon book.
I mean, just we'll see how many returning customers do you have weekly? Because when I had my shop, there was folks that come spend
a lot.
$20, $30 every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, we got a bunch of that. East Ridge has. I mean, both stores have a lot of that, but we've got the. You know, there's definitely those. There's a lot for sure. And that's what at first. When I was doing the CBD oils and stuff, it was good.
So an eighth a week would be like 12 ounces, I think, a year.
All right.
And that'd be a good promotion.
Oh, it'd be killer. I mean, you know, you're in it between.
For a year?
Yeah. And they can come back in.
That website, on that box or that label, it'll have all the content they need to fully,
to understand who we are. You know?
understand who you are, definitely.
Yeah.
Most companies have messaging problems. Here's the thing. People,
Customer service messaging, or
no, just the messaging of who they are.
Oh yeah.
People are more likely to follow a person than a brand. People are more likely to follow Josh Manning's.
Are they?
Yeah.
I've been curious about that before. Well, a lot of the other, like, you know, the farmers, like, you know, when I say farmers, I just mean, you know, people that are growing it, like small scale, you know. Their names are usually something like of theirs, like Rush Farms or Cat's Naturals. That's like their names, you know. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to be something different, more of like a brand, I guess.
Yeah, branding.
Branding, yeah.
Yeah.
But like selling the story about it. Like I guess like is it like how do you repeat, like how do you keep the story, what's your idea of it, I guess, like overall, like a video of the story, like introduction of the story, like introducing the story as the brand, like I'm trying to think.
Saying, who's the watcher of this particular video that you're talking about? Who's the end watcher?
I guess any consumers
Is it the
or
wholesaler or is it the consumer?
consumer.
Is it the
Look-
wholesaler?
Huh? Because I'm thinking like what the wholesaler, they'll just see the website and have like wholesale pricing or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like consumer, if they come to the website, like how to tell the story.
Of the honey stick?
I just went back to like the original story. You know?
No, I mean,
It just tells itself, huh?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
You get tripping up on that, but
The story, the origin story of the company,
yeah,
and then we start from
like the about us type thing of the company. Origin story.
Like,
Step part 1, origin
go
story.
back and talk about, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that. And because I thought the pain associated with that had something to do with you getting into it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, you know, I mean, that in itself, look, man, this is what he got.
You take advantage of it, might as well type thing, huh? Like,
It's
I gotta preach about it a little bit, huh? I guess I don't ever talk,
it's
you know.
it's not as good that you don't exploit it to like but as a filmmaker, it's
Gotcha.
there.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah,
And
you
it's
couldn't just
like-
skip over that whole thing and be like, what?
It's not. It's a part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I mean, did you use a lot of cannabis before that?
Mm-mm.
Really?
No, I never did before.
Never?
No, I mean, I like tried it like, one time, like right after high school, like first time I tried it, and then like I guess when I was like 20, I got some from somebody at work, you know? Like just one time I got like a quarter pound.
Just one time. What were you gonna sell it?
Yeah, I was a buddy of mine at work. He come up on it somehow, and he needed some money to go in with it. So I was like, yeah, dude, that sounds like a good idea. And I was working at like a DirecTV call center.
But your intention was to sell it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I like smoking. I smoked it a few times, you know. My intention was to sell it, but I didn't enjoy it that much, you know. And then after I had the accident, and I was in the military too, so drug tests, I was always worried about that too. So I was just in the reserves, nothing weekend thing, you know. But going through school and all that fun stuff, right? And then after, pain pills and stuff through the accident, that was the first time I ever tried pain pills. Ever having to take pain. I was like in a coma for like a month, so I was on a bunch of different stuff. Like morphine was the main thing, and then I take like morphine like on a pump for a while, and then I took like the oxycodone like pills every day, like when I was in like rehab and stuff. And you just got like used to it, but it's crazy to think about like the strength of it, you know. And then I didn't really want to take them. And then you try to you try to quit, and you get like.
Did you feel like you needed to take it for the pain, or
No.
just the feeling?
Well, not like a high, but pain that never bothered me that much, you know. Kind of used to it, I guess. So you just kind of like become accustomed to it. But if I don't take something. Now, it bothers me, like anger, like, you know what I mean, like frustration, just like, you know, just you feel it, but you don't like notice it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell. So I tried to stop a couple of times, and it got like I could notice it. I was like, it was rough. So I started using, you know, cannabis products. I didn't have to do that anymore. So I like.
And then when did you decide to be like, I want to do this?
It was probably it was pretty quick. It was probably I had the rec in March, and then it was like November, December time. It was like 6 months. Not too bad.
Damn. Was it water in there?
Yeah, oh yeah. See what I mean? You know, it's just like it wasn't a crazy story, I guess. Huh?
No, it is.
But I feel like it's a story that people like. I see it out there, you know. People that can't get from it.
No, dude, it adds to at the end of the day. It happened. I wouldn't exploit it.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't exploit it, but it does add to the authenticity of why you got into this business.
Yeah.
A lot of people get into it for the money.
Yeah.
I got into it because I've always liked cannabis business.
Yeah.
Once I looked at the margins, man, I can get a pound of this and sell it for that, you know.
Oh yeah.
But once I got in it, I was like, man, you know, when that lady looked at me with cancer and was dying, never smoked in her life, and looked at me like, honey, I'm dying, I'll try. You know, I was like, oh, you know,
Yeah, man.
it's a very rewarding industry because it's pain management at the end of the day.
No, for sure.
It's pain management.
Yeah, the amount of story. I mean, it's
mental or physical.
Yeah.
No, it definitely adds to the authenticity of it. Yeah.
That was just started like you know, like using, right? And then it was probably like within like a year and a half later or so, I started trying like 6 months, a year later, I tried way more CBD products because it was like available. You know, you could get it.
So you didn't start off with.
I started off with, you know, just smoking like, you know, flowers, like regular marijuana, you know. So.
And did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I mean, it was like just the first introduction in years, and I did enjoy it, you know, and that was the start of just like seeing what it had to offer. So then, occasionally smoked, at least daily, and
but you were getting those painkillers, but you had to still illegally in a way get that marijuana.
Exactly. Oh yeah. So there's a whole, you know, legality issue with all
you're
that.
like going through this pain and you just want to smoke this herb.
Oh yeah. It can be difficult. I mean, it's one of those things that it's not easily accessible everywhere all the time unless you know somebody sometimes. So it's like.
There's this girl and her mom came into my shop last year, and I know the guy because he was the manager at the grocery store. He got cancer, like stage 4. They got to go to the West Side Domino's to get his pot from like the hood.
Yeah.
You know, and like, you know, or they did, and it's just ridiculous, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like.
I met a lot of people so people I never would have thought smoked in their life. This is like throughout the years, right? The people I never would have ever thought smoked, like parents of friends I went to school with and stuff. That never would have thought in a million years they smoked. And they're like, somebody reached out to them through somebody I knew and like made a connection about like getting some flowers too. And it's, you know, there's so many people out there that are hidden about it too. And there's so many people out there that can help that are scared about it because they see the people that are hidden about it. So it's like, I don't know.
There was 3 products that you could go on like major, you know, like what would they be?
3 products?
Like your main 3.
for an oil, that relief oil that we make, it'd be a big one to go with.
No, like I'm a new customer.
New customer. Okay, new customer. Let's see.
I want 3 products.
So there's so many different products in each category. First, like to narrow it down to like which type of way you want. If you want something like an oil that you take every day, or whenever you need it, type thing under the tongue, or if you want something like flour or vape for an immediate effect, or if you want something like a lotion or edible. So there's so many different little categories to break it down to. Usually we'll asking people, like if somebody wanted an oil, we recommend this one, right? So we've got like our select top 3 that we'll go through, and they each different, like they're very different between what they want it for like the anxiety relief, or so we do a sleep and a stress relief blend, and they're both, you know, dosed out to be what we think is like the best cannabinoid ratio to be effective for that. Sativa or indica. Higher in CBN, higher in CBG, stuff like that. Like there's a lot of technical stuff that nobody would even like you talk to people online about stuff that, you know, that's in the industry and they don't even understand, you know. So there's a lot that goes into like what makes it better.
I love it, dude. Listen.
There's just so much that goes into each one, but you got to break it down. Like there's so many. Because if people want something quick, on the go, certain doses as they need it, you'd recommend honey sticks. Honey sticks are a great way just to get like a 50 milligram dose of something that's super effective in honey. It tastes good. On the go, you can add it to a drink. If you wanted something where you take it every day, you need a bottle. So you'll have to get what would be the equivalent of 30 honey sticks, but in one bottle that you can just take it under the tongue, you know? Some people like to come in every week. Some people like to come in every month. So what they get is usually different. But usually they'll get, if they get an oil, we might as well, like you can get like 2-pack of cookie for $10 and get like a cookie of the week type thing.
It's a subscription.
I want to do that, and let me tell you, 2 days ago.
Especially those regulars that you know that always come back.
Oh yeah.
1 bottle of oil a month. Yeah. This is good stuff.
Man, my whole journey these past like 2 years has just been the progress of the business and learning new aspects of it. And I've gotten pretty deep into like individual, like the processing, right? That was it was a fun process.
You didn't start out with that ambition?
I started out with the ambition of making products. So I started out, whenever I first started, and this was after trying CBD products and not being happy with it and always having to go back to smoking or wanting to smoke or trying to find, getting bud, right? And you usually know a few people that have it, but
regular bud, yeah.
Just regular bud, yeah. But there's always, if you don't have it, you gotta get it. So you gotta go. It doesn't. You can't just go to the store and get it.
So
type
you were
thing.
Frustrated at the quality and strength of the that you're using.
Yeah, completely frustrated. It wasn't as effective as it should.
Go like this should be more effective.
When you look at so I used to love making edibles. So I made a lot of edibles. So I'd get bud and use like trim and shake and stuff, and then do infused butter and infused coconut oils, and I like brownies and cookies. I've been doing that longer than like anything else. It's been my favorite, So it's something I really enjoy. Learning. Oh shit, where's it going?
Brownies and cookies.
Brownies and cookies. Yeah, do the brownies and cookies was fun. Yeah. I'm like, shit, where's that? It's got something about what the next step of it was. We're talking about how did I get into something.
Dude, I can imagine that the edibles.
Oh yeah, the processing. That's why I got into the processing was to make whenever we did the brownies and cookies doing the flour, it wasn't as fun as doing it with shatter. So a buddy of mine that grew, he did like a butane hash type of experiment. We went up there and they got like a little vacuum system and we purged some of it. And I started making edibles with that, and I was like, this is how it works, right? So then I see the CBD stuff working that way, and I go and I buy some CBD, and I'm like, it's 1,000 milligrams. I'm like,
and you could feel it when you did it. That
mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude. Because whenever I like, as soon as I started getting the CBD stuff, and it wasn't like what I thought it should be, I was like, this is, like I said, made the edibles, understood like what infusions are. So you want to be able to know something out. Like if you make a batch of brownies, like if you started with 12 grams and decarb it, and you should end up. I mean, you can predict what it'll be.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Same thing with CBD. So you just got to predict what it'll be, and it's like, man, we could do the same thing with CBD.
Yeah.
So you blast CBD and make CBD full spectrum oil.
So the problem was people just wasn't making it.
No, they weren't putting CBD in their CBD, and that's what, like, there's good stuff out there and it's all right, but it's not as good as it should be. Unless you spend a lot of money, like the whole that's been our whole competition this past year. Is like if you go to a store, go to another store in town and get like a 4,000 milligram. First of all, you can't find a 4,000 milligram oil somewhere in a store. And even if you do find like a 2,500 or 3,000 milligram oil, they're, last year they're like, $230. This year they're, like 150, 160. But it's like, yeah, it was still at another store, like $160 bottle of oil. That's a lot to spend on something like that. It's like trying to make something, in order to if we can make something better, make something affordable. People want to take it and want to use it, and it works good. They'll use it. They'll come back.
What's the best-selling product?
The best-selling product overall?
Oil.
Well, I should look again about like value-wise, but we sell way more numbers of honey sticks than we do the other stuff.
Really?
Oh, you heard lately we've been selling so many honey sticks. And edibles, honey sticks and edibles have been
I'm telling you, that kitchen, bro, they smell it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like onions at the fair, bro. You throw some onions on the grill, everybody's coming.
Cartridges too.
Really?
Cartridges.
And those are made in house too.
Yeah. Build terps. The terps aren't. So I get the terps from a guy in town though. He was like steam distilled hemp terps, and then for some of the flavored ones we get them from another company, Extract Consultants. They're all really cool people, and each one of the companies they got a really cool little storage how they started. Nothing crazy, more like a mission.
There's such a bigger culture of this up here than there is Montgomery, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like there ain't nobody else really doing it. Like there's in the mall now. There's a store.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, in the Eastdale Mall. I don't know if you ever been to it.
I remember Eastdale Mall. That was the indoor mall that's still open.
But now it's kind of hood, and they gotta see, and it's probably doing good in there. I don't know. I'm not paying $1,500 for a kiosk in the middle of a mall.
That mall, yeah.
Not that mall.
Where would you do it if you were to be in? What's the busiest place? What about downtown Montgomery?
Downtown would pop off. A CBD lounge? Oh,
lounge. Man, all right. So everybody thinks about the lounge, but
lounge and bakery.
Lounge and bakery, yeah.
Bakery's gotta have it, and then you have your coffee, and that's it. I'm telling you, downtown Montgomery, the tourism.
Coffee and coffee. You think coffee? There's not a lot of coffee shops down there.
No, there's no, dude.
There's no coffee.
There's a Starbucks inside of Troy University. Has odd hours, like they're barely ever open. They're just open for like. They're just hardly ever open. Nobody goes down there.
No.
And then it's like a fake Starbucks. Like they don't know what they're doing for real. They just like it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a Starbucks machine being ran by it's not baristas down there. And,
yeah, don't go to that one.
Yeah. So no, dude. It's
a good idea.
Yeah. No. It's there was in last year they did $4 billion in tourism. Because of the equal justice stuff that's down there now. It's like bringing white people from all over the world there. Like when I did my bus on Airbnb, most of my guests were white and were coming to see that. Like the lynching memorial and the slave museum. Yeah. It was all on Oprah, and they just did a movie about this dude, Brian Stevenson, with Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan called Just Mercy, and they filmed it in Montgomery, and it's just a lot of stuff, and so it's had a lot of attention on it. Yeah. $4 billion in tourism. there's nothing for these people to do downtown. So I went.
There is nothing. You're right. Downtown Montgomery's like,
dude, but it's booming. Hotels and all is booming.
There's nothing to do.
There's not a pool hall. There's and the military base is like a mile.
Oh my god, yeah,
from downtown. They're 1 mile.
You can't get them out.
No, but I mean, dude, it's there's an escapology that's owned by these fucking pricks that hired me once anyway. A couple times. I mean, I can't say that bad on it. I made the video, they published the video, and I called and asked for my money, and the CFO of this big real estate company was like, well, you act like you need it. And I'm like, bro, y'all put the video out. I called you one time asking to get paid. What am I supposed to do? Just sit back and wait on the check to come magically? Anyway. But yeah, no, there's a lot of opportunity in downtown Montgomery, bro. A lot of opportunity.
No question.
But you know, there's a lot of opportunity everywhere.
But to be the only, like, that's the thing, there would be no competition in Montgomery or even in the surrounding anywhere. I heard Alabama law is illegal to sell flour in Alabama, but everybody does it.
No.
But I'm just saying what some guy was
No.
He runs a store the other day, but I heard
they put out something March of last year. I read it.
to overdo that.
No. It said something rather to the fact of like they don't put out smokable hemp.
Yeah.
Your Honor, Pearlie Sue likes to boil hers and make tea.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, that makes sense.
That was my rebuttal once I read that. Because I think I sent you that article.
Yeah, I didn't see what the rule was or how it worked.
Smokable hemp. I'm like, well, this is...
You don't have to,
This shit, they plan on making...
This is how you make everything else. It's like, what do you mean?
And meanwhile, you go to every gas station in Montgomery now.
CBD.
This fucking... This one new Exxon that's right across from... They got a jar like this, a whole CBD case. I have to take pictures of every CBD case.
What?
Yes, there's CBD cases in every Indian gas station.
Really?
Yeah, there's big ass jars, 70 grams. This one Indian dude I've talked to him about opening up because his store is like...
They don't mind putting it into the jars?
Dude, he opened up the jar. I was buying some fucking real. He was like, man, you should check this out, man. And he opened up not like that, but and I was like, cool.
That's why I need to sell these in gas stations.
No, it's something.
I can sell good stuff at a gas station.
But it don't sell at gas stations. He even said, I need someone to hear. I said it don't sell very good. He's like, I said, because you can't talk about it with people. He said, yes, I need someone here that can talk about it.
Yeah.
I tried to sell it in a gas station my first time, and it fucking sucked. The only time I ever sold it was when I was there and I talked to this trucker that broke his back in Alaska on a fucking oil rig. That's the only time I ever sold it because he could talk to me. I was putting it up there, he could talk to me. This type of stuff, it ain't like buying a pack of cigarettes. This shit is people, it's a culture. People want to talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
They don't.
They do want to talk about it.
They would.
They want like.
Then why are they turned off from it? You said they don't want to talk. Like you're saying, most of them don't want to talk about it. You only had one person that did want to talk about it. Is that what you're saying? That old guy, the Alaskan trucker.
When I put it in a gas station, they don't want to just buy CBD off the shelf. It's not selling like that.
Oh.
It's not.
Oh, so I got you.
It's selling like bud tenderish.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is sour space candy. This is for that. This
versus just some.
Versus a package. It's not selling. Because I helped a couple of them Indians get it in their store. Because I was like, and of course they didn't.
So what kind of jars? Help me with it. How would you package something up? How would you
for a gas station?
No, like let me think about retail wise. Retail at the store. I'm like, let me talk to you about that one day about displays for the bud because I'm not happy with the current Bud displays.
What are you using, jars or mylars? Or?
I'm doing these little plastic drams that seal with a label and a humidity pack in them. So they have the idea of being, you know, the humidity pack keeps them fresh.
Oh, I gotcha.
But I think I'm going to switch over to mylar bags. But
do people, when people come in, like, can they open a jar and smell it themselves?
I mean, we can, in the drams, we've got drams that are open, so you can pop open a dram and show them what the dram will look like.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Can they pick it up and...
They wanted to.
Yeah. I'm surprised you don't sell, dude, I sold a shit ton of flowers.
No, we do. I mean, we sell a good bit at the Eastridge store. I don't sell any at Hickson stores. I don't even have a good setup for it over there.
Why?
Because the only flower we sell over there is I just lacking, because we do the edibles over there.
Okay.
So I've let it be a distraction, I guess.
How long have you had the new store?
The Eastridge store, a while, you know, like since about a year.
The new store?
The Hickson store, a year now, yeah.
Wow. And now you got another one. Hickson and which one?
The Eastridge was the first. Eastridge was that one you went to.
Okay.
And this one was 1 year ago. The Hickson one was 1 year ago.
So you had two stores the whole time when I come here?
Probably if you come in.
Yeah.
If we went over the dam, we would have went over to the dam to the other store. It might not have been finished or something. We might have had inventory over there.
Yeah.
But it might
So
not
how long has that been open though? A year?
About it, yeah. Yeah, the first month or so, we didn't do a lot over there. Just kind of people coming through as we were building it out or playing around or whatever. Because we started doing, move the processing over there. So we were processing over there for, just like we're doing now at Lee Highway. We're processing at the Lee Highway store. That's the third store. I just got that one in June of this year.
Damn, you're scamming.
The third store isn't open retail yet. So
he's in the Crystals building tonight.
I want that Crystals. The bakery. All right, so just like the processing upgraded from the Hickson store is this facility. We started processing in there. We started retailing in there. Upgraded the processing to another facility that we had to build out first. It was just a 20 by 25 garage. Just like you walk in, it's just a garage. Garage door openers and everything.
What's it used for now?
We walled it up now and framed it in. That's the processing facility now.
For what?
Where we do all the CBD processing.
So
and
like you get tons of, like a lot of flour.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's like hundreds of pounds over there. Yeah.
So are you doing any processing like lately?
We just finished up a 300-pound run yesterday. Damn. So we got like 13 to 14 kilograms from all that, like into crude. So then now we've got to run that through the short path to distill it over, and we'll do like 3, probably 4, maybe 5 runs. Probably 4. We'll have to see with the crude runs to get it into first pass distillate, and then do probably 3 more runs of that. So it's like whole steps of processing.
Could you take like a chunk of that crude and dab it?
Oh yeah, you could. You wanted to dab some crude, you could. You'd be like, oh, crude.
That shit's gotta be, because there's no added terps or nothing, right?
No.
It's just straight
natural terps. It'll be natural terps.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So
yeah. Huh. That shit.
You could dab some crude. I mean, we've done it before. When we first started making it, that's all we made. I didn't go into short pass. I mean, I've dabbed all kind of crude, you know. It's
really?
like, it's not like, oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we had like the banger at the shop was always black. Always. It was always that crude. Yep. You can ask the guys. Talk to them. Sam's at the Eastridge shop. Rob's at the other shop, but we all started at the Eastridge shop. It was just us 3 at the Eastridge shop. It was just, we just started just us 3. So it started at the flea market, and it was just us 3 at the flea market. And then so I started the flea market and run it for like 2 weekends. And then buddy of mine, Rob, we've been trying to get him like on board for a long time. I didn't have something like stable enough for him to quit his other job. So we got the flea market.
That was the very first spot.
Yeah, and then we did that for a while.
While there, it was just.
It was we could get in there. Nobody else would let us in. The mall wouldn't let us in. Rent everywhere else was just. I wasn't ready to commit to that. $1,000 a month, whatever it might be for rent.
There?
Flea market was good. It went pretty like rocky start because everybody's like, "What is this?" And I had at the time like I made cookies and brownies at the house, and I bring them up to the flea market, and I did like tincture. So I take like this CBD isolate, MCT oil, make like tincture. I bought bottles off, offline, pill bottles. I don't remember if I was doing lotion by then or not, but like a couple of weeks in, I was like, I gotta do lotion. So like that was like pushing the flea market too. It's like every week or every other week, we keep adding. I just keep making more stuff, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna sell it this weekend.
What was beside you on either side of the flea market?
In front of there was a walkway to the right of us. In front of us was this guy Kurt, and he sells video games. So the video game booth at the flea market's the booth. So he was right across from us. But I'll tell you, the first week we went there, we were in the back of the flea market across from the lady who sold the scent things, the fragrant scent things that you burn.
It's like essential oil or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Essential oil sprays. Yeah. And then there was another person in front of them that took hemp oil and made hemp cream lotions. And they were there for a while, 6 months or so, I think, whenever we got there. So it was hemp cream lotions. And I didn't have lotions in, and I said I wasn't going to do any lotions. And this is like week 1 and week 2 at the flea market. By the end of week 2, they said, hey, the people at the management come to me and they said, hey, come on, I got to talk to you about something. Somebody on the aisle said that they don't want you right there because you're competition to them and you're taking their business away or something, and we're going to have to move you over to somewhere else. We just had a booth open up next to him. You got to take it. And we're like, yeah. So we got the best that was open. It was in the back by those folks. There was nothing else on that aisle. And there was no reason to go down that aisle. So the first 2 weeks were trash. Like we did I think $70 the first day. We paid for the booth fee.
Did you have flour at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
What'd you have?
That's pushing the limits because it wasn't technically legal. It was borderline in Georgia, right? So Georgia's laws are different than Tennessee laws. It wasn't written in that you can't have flour, but you can't have something greater than 0.3% THC. And the argument, especially then at the time, taking 3 years back type thing, 0.3% total THC, that didn't happen. They're pushing for it now, and it still doesn't happen. So Tennessee's saying, you can't grow 0.3% THC. It's not possible to enforce that strict of a law on flour. So Tennessee keeps pushing against. So Tennessee had their packet submitted in to be on the USDA's national hemp program. They all have to follow the same guidelines. The USDA says it, everybody else says it, which means all these other states are on the same level. Tennessee pulled back out. After submitting their paperwork and everything, being applied for the program, they pulled back out of it and went back to 2014. It's a huge thing right now. So, but what it's about is THCA. Growing flour with THCA. Because if you grow flour with THCA, you will have an effect off of it, right? This right here is THCA flour.
So whenever the farm bill hit is when you started to sell flour?
No, in Georgia, I started to sell flour in Georgia when we were there for our third month in, and somebody else come and set up across the flea market from us.
Oh, the flea market's in Georgia.
Yeah, flea market's in Georgia. Right on it's Georgia, that gas station, where you're at in East Ridge. If you'd have went on one side of the road kind of thing, you'd have been in Georgia.
Gotcha.
So, it was at the East Ridge exit. You were right by the gas station right off the East Ridge exit. The flea market's right behind it.
Okay.
So right there on the line. But Georgia's law only said about the 0.3 total THC. So that's why I got distracted about the 0.3% thing. So Georgia's law only said about 0.3. It didn't say flour or no flour. But their argument was that none of it could contain. Actually, I take that back. Georgia's law was 0.0. That's why it was. And it was understandable. Sorry, it's been so long, I'm throwing back. So everything we sold at the flea market that we made, that's why everything I did was all isolate based at the time. So everything that I did at the flea market, the edibles, everything I made was isolate based, 100% CBD isolate. But everything was super potent. Other people are selling CBD oil, a bottle of CBD back then was a 500 milligram bottle, or if you get the big bottle, it was 1,000 milligram. That was the Mac Daddy. I was going to the flea market with cookies that were 200 milligram. And it's this is half that entire bottle you're about to eat. This cookie's $6. and people like were like coming and buying. I mean, it took off pretty quick.
You started with edibles. That's your thing.
I've always done. Like I started everything with edibles.
Dude, when I
edibles
sold,
are illegal at the time,
Oh,
and in Georgia. So Georgia, Georgia Department of Ag had to stop me on the edibles because they were made in Tennessee, and we were in Georgia selling a cannabis product. You can't cross state lines technically, like with like a can.
how did they get in touch with you and ask you and talk to you about that?
Oh, the flea market just asked, and they said, "We need your just Department of Ag paperwork for it." And then when I went and brought to apply the paperwork for it, I was like, I found out about the rules. We got to change. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. What's different? I was like, nothing.
So what'd you do to fix that?
So that was about the time that there's some other folks that move in, and they had some flour, but it was just like trim flour that they supposedly made their products with, and they would take like a jar of coconut oil and like shove like some nugs in it, and then put a lid on it and be like $20 infused coconut oil jar. So that was my competition at the flea market.
No way.
Yeah.
They didn't put a flour in a jar of oil.
Yeah. So they sold canola oil, vegetable oil, coconut oil, and all of them were just like,
No way.
yeah, just filled up with
OMG.
just buds in there.
God bless.
I tried to tell them, but they were buying. But listen to what these assholes were doing, right? So we're doing our thing. We're selling our CBD. Nothing else. People aren't even. Nothing's here. Nothing's there. Nothing. Doing it the way it's supposed to be done, right? Then these guys start selling their flour. People are walking by and they start selling their flour out. I'm like, you can't.
When?
They come and like the second week they set up, they brought their flour just for a display, and they're like people.
Another CBD company.
Yeah, just these people I'm telling you about, the competition I'm telling you about. That's the people at the market that are doing it.
The hemp, they were doing the
They're
hemp
putting the
cream.
oil in the lotion thing.
Oh no! Oh, so then it started.
Oh, the hemp cream people know. We had to move from that where the hemp cream people. So the hemp cream people, they don't even talk to us no more. They're over there.
3 of y'all now with hemp related products in one.
Well, the hemp cream people, they just sell like. There's no like. They're not the CBD people, It's just lotion. That's fine. They can sell lotion. That's cool.
Hemp. I mean,
I like lotion.
Yeah.
Cream, lotion, butter, body butter. They made their own whipped body butter and stuff.
All right. So they were selling flour, and then what happened?
So I was like, I'm gonna sell flour. So it's like it's like you know what I mean. We make this product too. Well, it wasn't like. It was one of the things I didn't make. Like I didn't even make full spectrum products at the time for the flea market. I made full spectrum products like personal use and for sale online because I could sell online full spectrum products. But I didn't bring it to the. Like I was pretty safe about what I did at the Georgia store for a while. It was like isolate based everything. Like nothing would just like get you tore up. Like it would be like, I feel really good, And then they started selling the flour, so I started buying the flour. And then when I started buying the flour and bringing it in. Of course, I brought like some primo indoor grown, like Oregon, like 20% special sauce. Like, you mean the stuff I bought then was better looking than the stuff that Tennessee grows now? No question. But I like supporting Tennessee people, so I quit buying. I don't buy anything.
Nice.
I bought 1 pound of Bubba Kush last week from some guy that he follows us on Instagram, and he's got stuff from us a couple times.
Nice.
And he's like, I sell stuff, so I bought a pound of Bubba Kush from him.
So
but other than that,
well, that's dope that you keep it local. How did those people that put the stuff in the oil feel about all your primo stuff?
they come over there trying to talk about where we got it from or something. So I told them like some prices on it, just pretty fair prices,
Wholesale?
But just like some wholesale something, yeah.
Like so you can sell, come out.
So I tried like every week for the first and that was something else. The first probably like 4 weeks they were there. Every week I'd go over there and give them something we made. Like 1 week I give them the lotion. 1 week I give her a battery and a vape cartridge. And then I give her a bottle. I give her husband a bottle. Her husband worked at TVA, so her husband couldn't take any of the stuff that she made. And the husband was like, I can't take any of this stuff. I don't trust it because it's got THC in it. It's like, well, we've got stuff that's THC free. So and then there was a couple times where she'd come over and bought a bottle of oil. So like, it was no hate against it, but you know, she's selling the flour. It's like, so I started getting some bomb, like killer looking flour, and then putting it in like huge mason jars. So everybody that walked by was like, whoa, what's that? And it's like, yeah, dude, it's like 7 gram nugs, some dang. It's like, damn.
How long did that lady stay in business?
She kept doing what she was doing, but let me tell you what she did. She started, because I told her about the vape cartridges, and I told her they're good, and I let her try some, but she started buying those dank vapes and those cheap online crappy vapes that were having problems.
THC vapes?
THC vapes.
And selling them?
And selling them. Trust, none of, we had them at the, like, personal, right? None of that hit the flea market. Like, none of that was there for people to get for us to have, you know? Nothing like THC cart-wise.
So you got hit with a dank vape too?
No. Fuck no. I wouldn't touch the dank vapes. By then, we were already doing our own, like the BHO cart type stuff.
Oh,
you
the
know?
volunteer card. I still got an old dude
Oh,
that
that's
asked me,
it.
if you ever get with these volunteer cards, let me know. He's ex-Navy.
He's missing out all these times.
Dude, he will not stop, bro. He's like, oh.
What I want to get into branding. So what do you think about if I brought that back as like a brand? You know,
What?
Volunteer cards, and you just put like volunteercart.com and have an Instagram page.
Dude.
Not that many people know about it. No.
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, if you're on, they were bomb, bro. They were, you know, and then to know.
But no, the Delta 8 ones. Like, so I want to do a Delta 8 branded cards too. Because here's what these other assholes are doing. It's like one company, and then they'll make like 2 other companies, and just like put their cards in that box and put a new brand on it, and have a whole nother, and just have a company manager run that company, and then he's out there slinging. So this guy did 30 grand, but then he did some other guy to do it. So now this guy's doing 25, but he's doing 15. So it's like,
they're putting their carts,
one asshole out there is doing all of it.
They're putting their carts in Nike shoes, basically, to speed up the process. So instead of like other mother brothers that are on Instagram, they got good carts, they make them, you know, like yourself.
So I don't even have. So they got to
build from the ground up.
I got to get.
You could take your carts and put them in Rove cases or Mua mids or and they'll sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Because people branding, it's marketing. A lot of the cannabis industry. That's why when you go out west, like Cali, dude,
Cali carts,
bro, you get a box with a jar and a piece of paper, and it's so like it's an event to buy an eighth that costs $75, $95. There's a dude that like no.
How much? So how much? So all right, I never. Yeah, sorry, in real. It's got me thinking about the boxes as far as like an investment standpoint, and like what's it worth to put something like this in a box? You know?
What, like some flour?
Mm-hmm.
It just depends. I mean, yeah, if you get some dank flour.
Well. Yeah.
Like, have it like, sort of like when you get that big bottle of Crown Royal, like.
I haven't even told you about this new shit, too.
Like, you get an ounce and it's inside of a box.
Inside of a bag, inside of a.
Yeah, inside of a bag, inside of a jar, inside of a box, like, or something like that. Anyway, what's the new stuff?
The legality stuff. I got like a lawyer on retainer, and I asked him like a bunch of questions just to maintain, just to show that we're like trying to maintain like what's legal, you know. And there's a big thing in Tennessee right now that it's just a question about like what I was saying about the Department of Ag, that total THC kind of number. Yeah. So Tennessee's been fighting it, and it's like, are they fighting it to keep a loophole available for something because it's THCA could be like there's no like if the flower was grown. It would pass like any state testing, you know. It doesn't matter, really. I don't see how somebody would fail a test.
That they're trying to loosen it up.
Well, the federal government's trying to stricken it, but the Tennessee's loosening it. Like they made it looser than it, like, you know, super. So pretty much any flower that you grow would pass, you know. So we've got to pass on this, just like dank bud. But I'm scared to sell it.
Is it higher than 0.3?
On the Delta 9?
Yeah.
There's no Delta 9.
How's that possible?
Well, here's the thing that they don't understand. Delta 9, like, son, it's only going to occur due to like a decarb process. So whether it be a natural decarb process of just hey, this flower was grown, it's set in this jar for 6 months, or did you put it into a bowl and you light it and smoke it? So until it hits that, it's not going to have Delta 9 numbers, unless it's like something that's just something crazy and it's dried and it's cured and it's like primo and it's ready to smoke and it's at its freshest. But if you harvest it and within like a week, if you harvest it and you test it, it won't be like 0.00, you know. But the thing is, they test. That's when they test. So that's what matters. Is the test says it's not, right? What do you think? What do you think?
What if you could pick like one main social platform to point people to? What would it be?
Yeah. This is a big thing, right? I think you're like, you get what I'm talking about, like how big this could be for the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
And what we could do.
Yeah.
What if you could go to the store and buy that? You know?
That'd be huge, dude. I would take the 2.5 hour ride to Tennessee to, you know what I'm saying? Like from Montgomery, like if it was, you know what I mean? I would definitely,
But legality, it's like, how does that even, you know, you couldn't even push it because it blow up so big, it blow up so fast.
I told you that did I tell you that I got pulled over like 3 weeks ago?
Mm-mm.
Just put out a fatty on the interstate. Sheriff on the interstate pulled me over. Sheriff. Never seen that in my life. Just pulled out, just put a fatty out, and I was like, yeah, I got a CBD shop, and they went through my bag, and it was like, yo, you got some buds. He was like, that's marijuana, right? And I was like, nah, if it's in there, it's CBD, and I'm a cannabis advocate, and yeah, he was like, well, you appear to be like, you know, in there. And I was like, man, I just ate homemade ravioli from my mama's house. I've been to karate practice with my son. I said it was CBD. And I heard him over there was like, well, we really can't tell the difference. And I'm sitting there thinking like, and then they said they pulled me over for speeding, but then right before they let me go, he was like, was you smoking when you passed this? Did you have your window down? I said, yeah, I think so. And he was like, well, we smelt it. That's why we pulled you over. What? I was like, y'all pulled me over for doing 70 on the interstate because you smell pot. Get the fuck out of here. I should have told him like my younger brother said, no, hang on, y'all give me my damn speeding ticket. You pulled me over for that, give me my speeding ticket. And then went to jail and contested it and then like would look at the camera and see really why they pulled me over.
That's crazy, man.
It's stupid, bro. It was one of the moments where it was like I had like the 70s music playing, like the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. I was cruising on the interstate, floating, and then lights come on behind me. I was like, oh, good.
Oh, it's over.
That's dope, man. Well, shoot, yeah, we can just kind of float the Mars and just do the, you know. I mean, you do what you normally do, you know, and kind of, if there's something that you want me to do specifically, just let me know. But I definitely just want to get some time documenting just what's happening versus like. Camera's here. Yeah, everybody put your camera face on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be a busy day tomorrow. Both stores. I mean, there's gonna be all kinds of stuff going on. So it's not like just go. Like it's not just like we're like hanging out at the store. And there's always like.
Yeah, it's busy.
Oh yeah, it's pretty busy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it.
Hell yeah. So, do you go from store to store typically throughout the day, or?
A lot of times, yeah. Like today, I was at I didn't go to the Easter store today. I need to go to the Easter store actually. I'm supposed to go before, right. I left the highway store at 8:30. Right? No, actually, take that back. I left after they closed. That's what it was. I had everything in the van to take. I got some new flowers, some Bubba Kush, and some new jars. I was going to take my store before they closed. But
how do you think people hear about you right now?
Oh,
the new people.
Oh, Reddit, word of mouth.
Reddit? Yeah. So you posted Reddit?
Oh yeah, Reddit's been like. I started Reddit back in May, and Reddit's been a journey. Reddit's been fun.
Reddit's like.
I'm a vendor on like multiple like subreddits.
Huh?
I'm a vendor. Like if you go to my name on the subreddit, it'll say Snapdragon Hemp Vendor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's narrowed down to exactly what you like versus everything else is just like I like cannabis extracts.
Yeah.
that's all I like to
That's
see.
it. Cannabis extracts. I
Yeah.
posted something on there the other day for the first time. I just joined it. I've been on the Delta 8 hemp flowers, the cult of the Franklin subreddit, which is about the Franklin strain. So it's all the people that like the high THCA strains follow that page.
Nice.
And
Not dope.
so that's why we gotta go to the stores, pull up in the van. we gotta go to the stores with like information. I just want to go to places with samples. If I give somebody a sample, this piece for itself, you know. Like all the CBD shops around, I've been to all of them and I give them all samples. Some of them will come get stuff from us.
What do you? Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you're sort of a distributor for other CBD shops, right?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's real dope.
Not a lot, but more than one.
What? One's more than zero. How many people come? My stepdad would be so proud. Because my nails have oil in them.
Oh.
Because he's like a master mechanic anyway.
Oh, that's what. Yeah.
But,
Does he work do it full time?
No, he's retired now. But anyway, what's your oils, your honey sticks, like a box of them compared to the just generic CBD ones by the register?
So like, for example, you heard of American Shaman before? It's the corporate one. There's 3 in town here now. I went to one of theirs and I bought one of their honey sticks they had, and then I bought one of their oils they had too, and I tested them. Just market analysis. Like I'll buy other people's products and test it just to kind of see what they're doing, you know. And their honey stick come back at 0.7 and some change, like 0.
Oh, you had it analyzed.
Oh, yeah. So I had one of theirs analyzed at the lab, at their honey stick and their oil analyzed at the lab, right? And so then I went back to her at American Shaman with the lab test and one of my lab tests.
No, you did not.
And I put them side by side, and I said, if you look like see this one right here, this is yours that tested, and tested at 7 milligrams, so it was like 0.07 on the graph. I was like, look at ours. Ours was 1.7 on the graph. So it was like exactly like 10 times more. So it was 70 milligrams in ours, and then
What'd she say?
she was like, yeah, we don't sell a whole lot of them, but when we do sell them, we sell more than 10 packs anyways. I was like, we can just sell them one of these. And then, I've tried to be, because I was like, I'll be whatever the price they're going to be at on them, local, just help me out type thing. That was the one that I was telling you about behind the, remember the crystals?
Mm-hmm.
That was that one.
What?
And she said, before I said any of this stuff, before I did anything to her, I talked to her about selling products. She said, that'd be great, if you could, bring me some stuff. And I brought her a couple things. I gave her a couple samples. And she's like, I love, they give me the ability to sell other people's stuff. I just have to get it approved. And I give her a couple lab tests on the stuff that was, less than 0.3 THC and THC free. And then she started asking me questions. Like she asked me, I was trying to help her out too. She asked me questions about, they told me I couldn't sell this flower that I've got. And I bought this flower from this other hemp store in town. And they said I can't sell this flower because the THC is at 0.36. And it says it has to be below 0.3. I'm like, well, Tennessee's only Delta 9. So she couldn't sell that flower in her store because the company that she was franchised from wouldn't allow it because it was over 0.3 total. It's like a federal company. But she could buy other people's stuff. So she already had the flower room sitting on it. So she was like, anyways. So I felt like we had a decent relationship. Like just talking to her.
Still in business?
Still there.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I don't know about it. It's been a while since I've been there, but
dude, we have
I can't be
to
successful.
create.
It'd be cool if it was. I like the support.
Yeah. We have to create such a demand. Like,
She needs a franchise Snapdragon hit. Let me go up to her mother.
well, not if she's.
Nah, don't even franchise. And she had something good. Well, yeah, true. Maybe.
She's
seems like she's a little stuck in her ways.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be flexible.
Yeah, true. Well, she didn't want to feel bad for spending all that money, you know.
Well, anyway.
Man, that's what I guess. But yeah, stuck in her ways.
Yeah, but no, I'm like, how do we communicate to people that like these honey sticks? Okay, so an average honey stick at a gas station is how much?
On the low end, 5. Some are 10. Some are 15. So
Just one of those. How much are yours?
we go from
Retail.
Huh?
Retail.
Oh, price wise. I was thinking like milligram wise.
Oh no. An average
Price.
honey stick is how much?
Average honey stick's like $3, $4.
Okay. And how much yours?
I want to tell people at gas stations to sell them for $5, but there's $3.99 would be fine.
That's retail.
Mhm.
So it's the same as the other ones, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's a whole thing. There'd be no other honey stick around. I don't think. Full spectrum honey stick. You know, we got THC free ones as well too. But those are the ones that aren't going to sell as much. These are going to sell because they're full spectrum. But putting it into a gas station, if somebody gets one and eats a honey stick on their way to work, and they go to work, that's the only thing. You know, it's like a little word.
That.
And somebody's going to call me a bitch, and I don't want to hear
I'm
that.
so glad that we're recording this. This is like a notepad because I want to be jotting this down.
I got you some paper.
No. It's fine. I've got my folder out. Well, I was about to say out my car, but I've got a folder that I write in. But dang, what was I fixing to say?
It's a little card I have all this stuff in.
Bro, what was it? There was something I was fixing to say. So dang, what was you just talking about?
Something about
The honey sticks. Okay.
the honey stick potency, about the strength of honey sticks or the price of honey sticks.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. When I was doing my mom's marketing, at one point we were going to do something like don't eat and drive because the burger's so slow.
Oh, the potency of the honey stick. That's it.
That's a selling point to make it like look more potent. Like
It's the truth. Oh, it's
warning,
the truth. Oh, yeah.
do not drive while on this. Then that makes people subconscious like, oh, that must be stronger. You know what
I need to put warning not safe for kids on there, don't I?
Warning, do not drive while on this, or something like that.
Is
like,
that safe to say thing? I need to ask a lawyer.
Look at you, got a lawyer now. I didn't.
He's gonna be like, hey.
No,
Day
don't
one.
allow a lawyer to become your marketing dictator because they don't know the laws when it comes to that shit. Listen, you can put any fucking thing you want on it, but I would definitely put do not drive, or a car with like a big slash through it.
I was wanting to show you this picture of the. Did you see the honey stick boxes?
Yeah, they're dope as shit.
So what do you think on those? Putting the don't.
Yeah, big as shit.
I know, but we gotta tell them before they drive. Where? What is
like,
it?
do not drive. Just put do not drive and then a car with a red X to it or something, like a white X.
It says perfect for nighttime relief. You know. All right. So I was just thinking as far as like being too. This is gonna get you high. Well, I mean, if I just put something on there that just said.
No, if you put like
don't drive
warning, don't drive. Put warning, do not drive. That I take that as this some strong ass. Yeah, let me get one of them.
Do not drive.
To me, just to sort of play on the psyche of people.
Because if 100 people are coming up to it and you could catch like 10 people that way, that's like a huge. I mean, it's like it's killer, man.
I mean, it's just a thought.
Oh yeah. It's not a bad idea. I just didn't think about how it would like.
I mean, if you're saying
maybe turn somebody off because like I don't want to get where I can't drive. You know what I mean? But if they do, that's why we said like the nighttime relief.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they're nice.
Yeah, but they're good cookies, like fine businesses that could complement that. I just hadn't thought of it yet. Don't know, because I think
I want to go in coffee shops.
Coffee shops.
Yeah, that's coffee shops and other bakery type something.
Coffee shops.
Coffee because we've got the sticks. So I've got a caramel stick. We've got the honey sticks. We've got a peanut butter stick. Like the caramel. I did white chocolate, the last white chocolate with it.
And how much of a push
But I mean, you know, we've got time. We've got time. So here's my. So what I want to do is I want to just like start that way he can see like where we come from and what started it all. Right. So my goal is to go to East Ridge and just start talking to Sam, start kind of showing him how East Ridge was, introduce East Ridge first, and then come to Hickson. And then do some Hickson stuff over there, and then after Hickson go to if we, you know, time depending on what we can do. But I'd like to start where we come from, you know. So start at the East Ridge. We go by the flea market.
Yes, show me the flea market.
Today's Saturday.
That's it. Heck yeah.
That'd be dope. Do you mind if I hit that one time?
All right. Well, hey. Did you ever play Halo 2?
I did, but I like culture of gaming.
Yeah, so I used to play a bunch of like Halo 2, and there was a thing where you could like get host every time. So I had my Xbox hooked up through my computer for the internet, and then I could control like which IP addresses were coming through my server. So here's like, it's hard to explain, right? With Xbox, we get all technical with this, right? And it's been years since I've done it, but Xbox back in the day used to be like hosted by whoever's playing. So if there's 8 people in a room playing a game, 1 or 2 of the people playing the game, all of the game server information, like where who is back and forth, would go through those people's internet versus like a central server. So if you got host of the game, you can see everybody's IP address that was playing, and if you went into, it's called Zone Alarm, you could block their IP address, and it would kick them out of the game. She could kick the other team off. You'd win the game.
Dude, I caught Junior doing some stuff like that on his phone. He was like, because some.
This cute little baby.
Yeah.
Hold that baby.
Little baby.
See, and then like when he's 20, he can look back at this and be like, he's so handsome.
He's a happy baby.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna get on at all. You can't come with us. Have you always been like as tender as you are, or whenever that happened, did you sort of have a moment of like small stuff don't matter as much?
I guess maybe it developed with age, I guess, more.
Really?
But well, I don't know, it's hard to say, 'cause even when I was younger, you know, you go out and, you know, typical, somebody gets upset that the engine blows up in their car, and you're like, God damn it, you know.
Yeah.
Engine shot a rod through the block.
Well,
It's like small stuff. It's like, I mean, you know, anything. There's obstacles in life. You get dealt with some big obstacles, and you can overcome them, and it makes all the other obstacles seem small after that. So I feel like that's the case.
How tough was it, the recovery mentally? Did it change you as a person?
I mean, I'm sure folks would say so, you know. Overall, it's hard to think because, you know, it's like.
Are you more appreciative? Is what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, I'm appreciative. You know, I don't want everything. I'm humble about what it is. You know, I enjoy what I do, and I just like, hey, I'm, you know, making a living, having fun, doing what I love doing, having a little
Well, that's what I'm
family.
saying. It's like you got that almost that near death appreciation of like, dude, I'm like, some vets, you know, probably have it. I feel like I've had it because anxiety has felt like deaths at times, and be like panic and like So
life could have ended and it could have been over, but
right,
here we are.
and it's like, bro, I'm here.
Yep.
You know, that's
the way it hit me. I was like, you know, I was in a coma for like 3+ weeks in the hospital. It's like coming to and remembering. It was like slow. I don't remember all of it, but throughout the whole time, it was just just a subtle. I'm here, laying in this hospital bed, throwed up with one leg, and I can't move my right arm, and I can't even. At first, you can't even sit up. You know, I remember the first time. One of the first days I remember, I thought I could get up. And I sat up and I could barely like sit up. And I went to turn over and I was like, I'm just gonna like stand up, you know, like probably a weekend I thought I was gonna stand up. And I got up and I could barely stand, and then I got off the bed and I just went to the ground. I was like, holy shit.
damn.
Life has just changed. I can no longer barely sit up or stand, and it was like that was probably like so I laid there for like a week, just like working on building muscle, moving around, eating, trying to get gain weight type thing, and it was I don't know, man. You get deal with something like that, it's like you're here and it happened. It's gotta get better, you know.
I feel the pain of the family that was around you, man.
Oh my gosh, man, that was horrible.
It just is heavy on me, man. It's like
I had amazing support through it though. My mom was there. I had grandparents come from all over, visit me while I was in the hospital. Family from everywhere.
Was there ever a point where they thought you wouldn't make it?
Oh yeah, the first as the first days went on, it was always like a question throughout the day, you know. And for the first couple of weeks, they didn't know. They didn't know what the outcome was going to be. What kind of,
I keep talking about, but it's just I had like it just. I guess you told me what I wanted to hear, like the perspective of life when you have a near-death experience. Something, whether if you were appreciative before, something clicks to where you're like, yeah, they can be bitter about it, and here you are running this dope-ass business, like making moves, like it literally on a very practical level. And I say this right, and like I said, we ain't gonna keep talking about it because it ain't that, it's not, it doesn't need to keep it time. But on a practical level, I think about you sometimes, and I think about my friend Brandon, about like getting my ass up, moving around.
Yeah.
Just on a practical level, like, don't be lazy today, you dick.
Oh man.
Like, I know a guy that
I hear that a lot, man. So I like,
and I know you get tired of this. I know you get tired of it.
Well, it's good to hear, because at the end of the day, it's like at some point in what you're doing, not only you're doing what you're doing, but you're inspiration to somebody else.
Well, that's good that you take it like that.
Yeah, I think it's cool, man. Like there's been the amputees and stuff that I've met that have struggled with doing what they do.
That is so awesome.
Well, because it's hard for a lot of people. I got lucky. It happened to me I didn't get lucky, right? But I got lucky that it happened at a younger age compared to going through it at an older age, just due to the fact that how much easier it was to kind of get used to walking compared to some of these other folks that I've seen. So when people get down about it, and also it was hard for. I guess it's hard for anybody, but I didn't give up about it, and I kept going through. And I got to where I never give up. And then you see people that they get a prosthetic, and they've got a prosthetic for 2 or 3 months, and they don't use it, and they sit in a wheelchair. And I'll see them going to Walmart in a wheelchair, and they'll stop me and say, "Hey, what kind of leg is that? Why are you walking so good?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's happened many, many, many times." And like so many times they've So it's a thing that it's nice to give encouragement about. So my first like years too, I was on the like Facebook amputee web pages on Facebook, just kind of people are asking questions, and I really like to be helpful and there for others that have been through the same thing I've went through, and I've learned the way I learned, and I'm like, maybe I can help spread some knowledge on these folks. They don't give up, or right at the brink of giving up. It's like, this is the one thing that you're missing. It's like that happened multiple times, as far as like the fit or the how to wear it or what to do or what to like. I mean, there's a lot to it, muscle build up and stuff like that.
Have you ever considered being a part of that industry?
Not really, no. As far as a part of the,
dude, I could see you with a 3D modeling maker in the basement making some like engineering, some like
that'd be amazing.
Could see that happening.
Yeah, the prosthetic guy I go to, he's got a real good story about how he started. So and so being on this Facebook group, back when I was on the Facebook groups, I was struggling for like the first like 8 months. Couldn't walk, had problems. I kept going through new sockets. There, like insurance only allows so many, so you can't just go through just like $12,000 insurance.
That was emotionally frustrating.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't walk around, and you're like, how do I walk around when it hurts as bad, and you can only go a couple hours without your leg just falling off? It's just not possible, right?
So how could you describe the pain?
Oh, I mean, imagine like shooting a nail gun, because if it doesn't fit right, all the weight goes right there on your bone. So it's like shooting a nail gun right up your bone whenever you're walking. Because if all your weight's on the end of your leg, it hurts so damn bad. So then you got to, like, every couple hours, you got to add like layers of socks to put on. And if you don't have enough layers of socks and it doesn't fit right, at the end of the day, your leg will just be swollen, and it's hard to wear the next day. So you don't want to wear it the next. Like that was a process. That was probably the biggest process. That was a bitch. That's why I loved helping other people about it, because I was like, if I didn't know about this, I'd be sitting at home miserable. Oh yeah. So I really, really enjoyed the Facebook groups for stuff like that, and that's how I met my prosthetist. I go see up in Virginia. His wife was on one of the groups, and that's what his wife liked to do, was help people out and answer questions, and she still does it.
Wow.
So they have, it's a family-run prosthetic place. He's from South Africa. He used to do, like charity work.
Wow.
For folks, South African kids that couldn't.
That's dope, man. Yeah. What a story.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. The Hattings, they're the name.
Is this the thrift store?
Yeah, that's it, man.
This is where you started?
This is where it started, right here. So there's a furniture mall on this side, so they sell like discounted furniture.
And you had to get a business license and all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this was like the first endeavor to.
I was kind of busy.
Oh yeah, it's a busy one. I'd love to be in here. I'd still be in here today if I could. The flea market said no more hemp sales.
Oh really?
Yeah. We had to leave.
Wow.
So I was telling a story last night about this other lady that was working at one of the other CBD shops around. And remember I told you she started getting like, long story, but she was selling stuff she should have been selling.
Yeah.
And then they got us all kicked out.
Oh man, she messed it up for everybody.
I tried everything I did to help her out, so man, they kicked us all out. And I even went up whenever she started working. I went up to the people at management. I was like, look, I'm doing everything the right way. Here's every test I've got for all my products. Here's every analysis that I can do and give you. No, and this was before we got kicked out. And I said, this is every analysis I can give you to prove that what we're doing is right. I don't think she meets that. I don't want to get kicked out or be any part of this if something ever happens. Sure enough, Sam, like an hour into the first day on a Saturday, the local sheriff's office come here with like the DTF main guy, and he was like, we could give you felonies for every one of these products you got on these shelves. So you could either do that. We could either do that, or you can just get this stuff and leave. So we come up here and, we packed everything up and left. And
the same day.
Oh yeah, right then. Yeah, he stood there until we got all our stuff out, everything out. They stood there.
So you had to just remove
in front of everybody. Everybody's like, "What are y'all doing?" And the drug guys are there. It's like,
where's the footage of that? Damn. Let's go. All right, and
I think we got some footage of that. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. We got some footage of that. We got some videos of that.
in memory of that day, let's get kicked out of here today. Oh yeah, mask. Yeah, they're like enforcing it, but not really still.
So,
In the gum-
Montgomery Walmart. You go to a Walmart, Montgomery. What's it like? Do they enforce it more?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
but like, you know, typically most people, you know, like, I don't know. It just seems like it's getting.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it is. Yeah. It's getting a little more
lenient.
They're talking about. I usually go in that side door, but this is just emergency exit only.
So this is every weekend like this?
Yep. So Saturday and Sunday, every weekend like this. It's one of the busier ones around. It was a good market to be in. It's right on. It's in Georgia, but it's right on Interstate 75. So the intersection's right there. So we were here, tell a story about what we were doing when we were here. Say something. Oh, doing good.
This is a nice flea market.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got one of the good ones. This is really the only one around Chattanooga now. Got some good deals with some donuts.
$6, dude. That's cheap, bro. You can sell that for $20 all day.
$5 for that one.
Hey, man. Nice, man. Guess where? Where are we going?
Right here.
Guess was y'all?
Right here.
Really?
That was it, yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a perfect spot. So was both of these?
Just this one.
It's just this one.
Yeah, that one was the guy in the back of it. It's like when you got on the other side. So there's never been anybody there. That's dirt. Pretty good, man. Yeah, I'm doing real good, man. Yeah, how you doing?
Living a dream.
Hey, I like it, man. Anything cool new? You got some PS5s in there?
Yeah. Get like $1,000 for them.
Oh, alright. Oh, crap.
I don't have anything like that.
Man.
Well, see, I don't price gouge. So the only thing is someone would buy it and then they would just resell it. So I
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, we are doing a little story, like a little video. We're trying to work on like the website more, doing videos on the page, and like telling the story about like the brand and stuff. So let's come by here and be like, this is where we first started selling some stuff at. You know?
Awesome, man.
So yeah.
That's great.
So
Yeah,
cool.
it's crazy to go from the booth to stores, huh?
Yeah, little booth.
Hey, man.
I wish I was still here.
Yeah, it was fun.
I ask all the time.
Yeah, they still don't let you.
No. I know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's whatever. But yeah.
Just make your little franchise and be done with it.
Oh yeah, all right. Okay. Real cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
But yeah, you need anything, just let me know.
Oh, I will do, man. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Kurt. You too. What store, man?
Oh, that's short something out.
I don't know if you Google it, just see what Cliff doing. This is the 64K. Hey, Cliff. I mean, it's
Hey, how you doing? I was seeing your stuff
I never tested
on Facebook.
Yeah. You ever do? I'll do like a little video story thing. Just
Yeah,
like
I'm still using those stuff.
Oh, that's it.
I do something every morning, but I have my flour that I
Yeah.
My son just restocked me.
Oh yeah, I like it.
and the gummies.
Nice.
Totally takes them all down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So how does it help you?
He's made up. He'll bring.
It just makes me feel better at night. I just do it. Well, I might take a puff in the morning,
Yeah.
and then at night I'll do it. I'll do a few drops of that under my tongue, and then are you videotaping me?
Yes, sir. I hope you don't mind.
That's okay.
Thank you.
But anyway, I'll take a puff in the morning,
Yeah.
and it helps me, makes me feel good. And then in the evening, I do a gummy, and I do another puff
Nice.
or 6.
It depends on the night.
And then he brought me some pretty good stuff. Some of them I can't smoke because it's too harsh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it back to him or sell it or
Yeah, we
something.
make some out of turn it into some butter or something, you know?
That's true. I could do some brownies.
Yeah.
I sure could cook it down in. It's best to cook it down in.
Everclear.
Oh really?
Yeah, do it. Everclear's the best.
Huh?
But then you evaporate you can evaporate it off if you don't want it to be alcohol in there. Then when it bakes off, it'll evaporate anyways. But Everclear's a real good way of doing it. You'll take.
So what's left?
So what'll happen is like you'll take let's say like a mason
It'll get
jar.
infused into the Everclear.
Yeah. So only the can only what you want, and then you filter off the flour and throw the flour away. And then your Everclear's got all the contents of the cannabinoids in it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what I used to cook it in to make brownies.
Oh yeah. You can do butter. You can do canola oil or butter. Canola oil is a good one.
Canola oil. And I'd put oil in there and cook it down and then make my brownies.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
25 for one that's.
Because it would get infused out of there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is what I've seen.
I need numbing stuff first.
If
you don't mind me asking, I'm chasing by the way. Can I ask your age, sir?
75. Now, I'm at 75 in January. I'm 74 right now. And I've been doing the flour since the 60s.
At least 150, 250.
That's probably why I can't talk very
Man, that's so good to see you.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Oh man.
Yeah, Snapdragon's doing good, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I gotta bring you some stuff. I gotta bring some. You like gummies? I gotta bring some gummies soon.
Well, now I get my gummies are infused,
Show people
20 milligrams each,
Oh yeah.
and I can do 1.5. I can do about
The most I paid
15
for
or
one
20
was
milligrams, and I'm
about $150. Commodore 60.
yeah.
Still in the
The
box.
other just
With
doesn't
a
do.
monitor,
Well,
has the disk drive.
I gotta show you
still
this
in the box.
Delta 8 stuff that we got now. This Delta 8 stuff's different.
What store are you working at? All of them? Or?
Usually, I kind of go around, but more so at the Hickson store from out of
Yeah,
store.
okay.
Hickson.
If I get up to Hickson, I'll stop in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. We gotta do that.
Every once in a while, I'll drop in the East Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you still have stuff at Max? They're kind of they're a little flaky. I was surprised you had stuff in there.
Yeah,
when I saw that.
It was man, it was a good try, you know.
That's probably not the right idea.
Well, I just
Working on wholesale stuff. I gotta bring these the honey sticks.
touched me.
That's right.
It
Yeah,
makes
they
sense.
still have honey sticks. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's it, man. Thank you, Cliff. I love the testimony and little talk too. So I'm doing what I'm trying to do is like a little video thing for the website.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Had the L on it.
You mind
That
about
should
that?
stand for
I
live.
appreciate it, Cliff.
I'll go on the website if I see it.
You gotta tell it. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. What is my code name?
Oh yeah.
Don't matter.
Share it around here.
Yeah. If there's a video on there and I see me,
You go the right
I
person.
don't,
Needed that
it
chuck
don't
right
bother me a
there,
bit.
man.
Okay, Cliff.
What do you want with me?
Those are expensive, but they're good ones.
What am I good for?
What do you mean? Look at let's see.
A lot.
Yeah.
So what did this used to be?
It used to be a storage facility. So like.
Oh, okay. I guess
10
that's the roll up. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years. Yeah, that's why they're all. So it was easily converted. So it was a storage facility that was behind the furniture mall, and then the storage facility got bought up by the furniture mall people and turned it into a flea market. And there was the other flea market was across the street, like half a mile down the road, but it was just old and raggedy.
Is that your phone?
No. So it was just old flea markets. They took opportunity of it, and it blew up, and then the other one closed down. This is Roy. So this is way back in the back. You're not hearing anything, right? Way back in the back. This is where we first 2 weeks we were here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Before this didn't used to be a furniture thing. We were right there in the back.
Right there?
Yeah. So if you can imagine, like the first 2 weeks we were here, it was imagine that some guys selling some hemp, didn't you know?
And then
they're in the back of the thing. Oh yeah, so we got put in the back, right? And then we just got lucky that the neighbor across the thing was upset that we were selling what we were selling, and the manager come up to us and said, I'm not going to charge your booth fee this week, but we're going to have to move you next week. I know you've already been there 2 weeks, we're going to have to move you. And you know, we're staggers, like, man, the first week we didn't do anything. The second week we did like 5 times what we did the first week. He's like, we don't want to move again. So we were upset about it a little bit, you know. And I think the place is huge, you know. So gotta move. So they put us in that spot we were just at. Man, it's just perfect. It's like the best spot we could have had. So it went from being like, this is a good opportunity, but it's a little hard because we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
To we're right in the busiest place right here, and it was just given to us. So it was like, so it was real cool. So that did a quick change, and we boomed from the flea market.
You just keep walking out the door.
I see.
They'll let you have an outdoor booth.
Man, I'd like to. Yeah, they wanted no part of it after the whole
I feel you.
thing happened. And it happened in February, and May that same year, Georgia overturned the rules and abided by the USDA hemp program. We're 4 months, like 4 months before Georgia changed everything over. Luckily, Tennessee was ahead of the game and has been on the 2014 program. It hasn't changed since 2014. What a good story, man. That dude's 74. That's it. Man, Cliff was real cool. So he sold stuff there like all the time. So many people knew about Cliff, and they just come and bring random anything stuff. Some of the stuff he gave was so cool. There was a couple things he got us. He gave us a like the little cigarette rollers, like the little raw roller.
Yeah.
But it was like from the I don't even know 70s or 80s, and it was like a JOB one.
Oh wow.
And it was like, I mean, the old metal one, and it was brand new. He gave us one of those. There's a little Swiss Army knife that had like a little, you know, a hemp leaf on it. So he always thought about us. He was a
nice. True hippie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For real. I love it.
Customers that come in.
Really?
Yeah, they come to both stores. Hickson store. Snapdragon, yeah.
Hey, John.
Hey, how's it
Josh,
going?
dude, what's going on?
We got some,
I'm Robert. I'm the guy that they probably called you about yesterday.
about the flour?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's it going, buddy?
Oh, doing real good.
Stuff's really pretty good. It's all under 1%. So
How do you test the percentage of it?
We got one. Oh yeah, I gotta give you that. These are mine. I got this right here.
Yeah. We talked on, where was it again?
I talked to Robert yesterday.
Robert, okay.
Yeah, I stopped by there last time I was down in Hickson in September.
Oh, yeah.
And I talked to the guys there.
It smells
Talked
good,
to,
yeah.
but I called yesterday because I was going to be down in the area, and Robert said he would try to call you and see if you was going to be there to meet me, maybe over there.
Yeah, oh, yes.
But since you're here, you don't need to meet me.
Hey, look at that. Perfect timing, too. I enjoy.
Love it.
Now this I've already, you know, Sam's already acquired all this, but what I have left is I have some more of the CBG Gold,
Okay.
and I have 2 more pounds of the cherry wine.
It's really good stuff.
If you're interested, man, I'd sure like to let you have it. You give me a good deal on it.
All right.
You smell this cherry wine?
Sounds beautiful.
Thank you.
You're the farmer.
I smell that one.
Yeah.
That's the best cherry
I'm the
wine. That's the best cherry wine I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Did you save a card for him, Sam?
Yes. Here.
Here's my card, Josh. We stole the Steve Miller Band song, The Joker, and called ourselves the Midnight Tokers.
I like it.
I love it.
Midnight Toker Farm. We're from Cookville, which is right between Nashville and Knoxville. That's where this was grown at.
What got you into it?
I just decided I'd try it. This was the first year I did it.
You had land and
Yes, we had some land, and I only grew 46 plants this year because I was just, you know, kind of
Really nice.
experimenting and just trying to, you know.
Back of these right here.
I heard about a lot of people last year that grew it and they still got it hanging in the barns, and they grew too much and put too much money in it, you know. And I just kind of thought I'd start out small, try to make connections like this right here, and see what's going on. And when I got lucky, my birthday, I was born on 9/11, which is crazy. You never forget 9/11 now. But on my birthday, she, as a birthday gift, she rented me a fishing guide on Chickamauga Lake because she knew I always wanted to go down there. So we were down here in September, and I stopped by the other store over at Hickson, and I fell in love with those guys over there. Yeah, we talked probably for 30 minutes over there talking about this and that, you know, and another. So in communication with calling and ordering stuff, I got a hold of Sam, and it was a crazy story, to be honest with you. But anyhow, long story short, you know, he said he'd be interested in some of this, so I brought it down to him today.
So, whenever you yielded it, were you shocked? Have you ever had any experience doing this before?
I was blessed. I felt blessed because I know so many people have so much trouble with all kinds of things growing outside, you know, outdoors. And so I felt like I was really blessed to have the harvest that I had for the small 46. I mean, I had 10 of my cherry wine. I grew 10 cherry wine plants, 10 trump berry plants, 10 cherry berry plants, and the rest was either CBG Gold or CBG Mountain CBG. And I had 46 plants total. Now the trump berry, the cherry berry, and the CBGs, they're all short growing plants. I got started late. I didn't plant my first plant until, when was it, baby? Sometime in June? July? It was July. July 6th is when they went in the ground. Got clones. The clones were about that tall because they were root bound when I bought them because it was so late. You know, and I worked on the roots real good before I put them in, you know, and so I was real happy. I didn't lose a plant, didn't have really any kind of problems, and you know, I've got a pretty good harvest for my 46 plants. I've still probably got, he's bought almost 4 pounds, and I've got at least 2.5 pounds that I brought down out of the 7 pounds that I brought down here originally, and I probably got another 7 pounds or more hanging right now, and, you know, maybe 7 or 8. So,
Are you a cannabis enthusiast, or you just do this?
no, I am. I believe that it's I believe it's a medicine, and I believe it helps a lot of people, and that's why I really wanted to do it. Because I'm all about trying to help people, especially when they're sick, and that, you know, there's nothing worse than not feeling good. You know, and everybody wants to feel better.
Exactly. What would you say to those people that still think it's the devil's lettuce?
I think they need to go back and read the Bible. Genesis 1:29.
No, there's 2 cherries.
You know?
There's a cherry berry.
I love it.
cherry berry.
Yeah. Hey, which this cherry Labrador? Which one is that for?
The cherry is the cherry berry.
Cherry berry. Okay. What do you have the trump berry ones there?
Should be in there.
The cherry wine
should
one
be in there too.
We didn't see it.
Okay. Well, it should have been.
Where's that at? I'll go get it.
I'll go
There's
get it.
trump berry. Is that one cherry one maybe?
So
that's
never mind,
CBG
CBG Gold.
No, that one is.
There's 2 CBG
Yeah,
Golds.
there's 2 CBG Golds.
Okay, sorry. I got one of them back, and I'll go get you the other one.
Oh yeah.
Let me see those.
There you go. There's a
Make sure
CBG
that,
Gold one.
because I could have sworn
I
gave
made
you a
copies
cherry
of them
one.
already.
Oh, did you? Nice. Maybe did we get mixed up in the copies? Maybe.
No.
I got it. Ain't no big deal.
Oh yeah, no big deal. We're just
That's okay.
Oh yeah. No, the cherries with it. I just.
But the terpene profile anyway, so no big deal.
All right. Yeah. With that cherry, you're good.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was excited about. I think this trump berry is really good too. It's just all really pretty, like low THC stuff, you know. Because all of our stuff is kind of, it's great, you know.
Well, it looks good. All right, y'all guys have a good day.
Yeah.
Party.
This is
Party get a
73.
mask on. Look professional during COVID. What do you think? I need to. Somebody's like, he doesn't wear a mask. It's COVID.
I'm doing my part.
I know you are. You are.
I mean, if you want to, let me.
What's all this, Sam?
What's up?
What's all this?
So that's already prepackaged stuff. I got some stuff from him because I was like, you know, help him out, bring some, you know, help out with his farm and stuff.
This is CBG. It looks like CBG, huh?
Yeah. No, that's why CBG. That's where the YCBG is.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I've got left, Josh.
For, you know, because I want to do business with this dude.
I'll take that.
I think it'd be good.
Here's what I got left. I've got, I'll get those, one for the cherry wine for you in just a second. I've got
CBG Gold.
yeah, that's the 10 ounces of CBG Gold. This is, that's that last one I didn't label. That's the 6 ounces of cherry wine. There's some more CBG Gold. This is 2 pounds of cherry wine is what this is.
Nice.
2 pounds of cherry wine and 10 ounces and 11 ounces, which
CBG.
is, yeah, CBG Gold.
Nice.
And don't lose my seat.
These are my seeds.
Oh, don't lose
Is
that.
there any possibility
You always tell
I could get a
CBG
few
in that
more of
white
those
color.
seeds?
Yeah.
Lighter.
If you don't mind, I really would. I never did get any of that
Mhm.
hash or something.
Oh yeah. I was gonna let him try some of this hash, Joe.
CBG's cool.
Have you seen this
I like
stuff?
the pre-pack stuff. Let's see. Oh, you dried out the hash?
No, you don't chop it up.
Yeah, I'd love to get some feedback on
All of
that.
these guys, that's all
Let me
y'all.
get
I pulled it out the bag and laid it flat, and it turned like it smoked so good, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
dude. I mean,
Hash.
you'll feel like very buzzed off of it. I'm not gonna say high. You don't. You feel a lot of relief.
Yeah.
Hey Sam, I need you to make another copy of this for me too,
Yeah,
because
man.
this is the cherry wine you was asking for, and it's the only one that I have. I actually have some more at home, so I need that one.
All right. Yeah, no, this
Hash.
stuff turned out.
So that was the first of this doing the bubble hash method. We've always done dry ice, Keith. So now I got a little washing machine to do bubble hash with,
Nice.
or ice hash.
Yeah, I just gotta get my copy back because I've got more.
Look, Gavin. Ready to get filmed?
Oh no.
Ready on TV?
What's up, y'all? I'm chasing.
It's Sam, Calvin.
What's up, man?
What'd you say your name was?
Chasing.
Chasing?
Yes, sir.
What you chasing?
Chasing dreams, man.
I've got my. I got mixed up.
Okay, I'm
Trimming?
Chasing dream. CBT looks good. It's frosted over. Pretty looking.
How much of it you want, Josh?
We've got so much. I don't even know.
Make me an offer, man. I came down here to sell it. I came all the way from Cookville.
Oh yeah. What
Like,
Is that,
the
is
fact
that
that that's your wife, you know,
1% in total?
supports it. You know,
all
it's
that
good.
new stuff, all those indoor buds.
Yeah, because the
We had a bunch.
Oh shit! Like
So I bought some
the
indoor
planet
buds.
cell
So I bought a pound.
has the
I've got 6
medicinal
different pounds of indoor bud
that
we
people
bought
don't
like
even
week and a half
realize.
ago.
And I think that
And all, I mean, it was
there's
just,
probably
it was a big expense for the indoor.
it,
The ones that were in the tote, they were like 4 1-pound zip bags. In that, no, the blue tote. They're thin. Nah. It's blue. I'll find it. Mm-mm. I'd like to see how quickly we can move through it, I guess, before getting, you know, much more. So, I'd love to get what we got lined up, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to sell. Like the CBG that I bought
This stuff right here.
over the summer, yeah, I've still got it, you know. So it just takes a while. You know, we bought like 1 pound of it then.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's just smaller nugs, you know, but real pretty color on indoor. So it was just, you know, like it cost more. It was like double the price.
Right.
So I mean, it's just.
I understand.
But
do you all prefer the indoor grow or do you prefer the outdoor
well,
grow?
all right. So whenever we first started selling bud, we bought everything from like before Tennessee Growers started 3.5 years ago. Before Tennessee Growers actually had like, you know, more than just a couple people doing it. We sold at the flea market. We sold over here, and we purchased from Oregon, Colorado, California, wherever we could get like some just A+ killer. Like when it come in, it was just like beautiful looking, like the best looking stuff ever. And it was fine. It was good, and it helped us like start grow. But then in Tennessee, the amount of growers that started in Tennessee, we switched over. So everything that we bought was all Tennessee grown, and everything that we've got now is all Tennessee grown stuff. It's like to support the folks, but now that Tennessee growers are doing indoor, you know, they're getting back to what the quality was. You know, the stuff they're growing indoor now is like what the outdoor was in Oregon like 3 years ago. They just, you know, they're good genetics they started with, or whatever it may be. But I prefer the indoor for the quality for sure.
Yes, I know. I know most people do, and that's why we're going to start. Like I said, we just started this year.
Oh yeah.
So I'm blessed to be, you know, having what I got.
Oh yeah.
But we're gonna try to do some indoor, and as soon as I get some, you know, I'll let you know. But,
yeah, and of course, like I said, we'll stock up on a little bit of everything, kind of see how it moves, you know.
Right.
And
That's what.
smells good.
Yeah,
looks
I'd love to
good.
get feedback on
Good
what
numbers
people
on
think
stuff.
of it.
Oh yeah.
I was saying that with those prepackaged ones, no, put the label on it.
I got a good profile too.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Interesting. So we'll try to move it, but you know, we only sell so much. You know.
So you're not interested in it anymore, no matter what. Okay,
Yeah, pretty
that's
much.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
all.
That's fine. No, that's cool. That's
Oh
cool.
yeah.
I'm glad that I got to meet you though, because it saved me a trip back over there.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to talk. And,
Yeah.
You know.
And I gave you and him my card, so if you need some more, if it moves fast or something like that, we got a lot of cherry wine. We got this. Of course, I'm probably try to get rid of most of that on the way back. I've got a couple other stops that I was going to make that they kind of seemed interested. Of course, Sam was the most important one to me. That's why I came here first.
This was
But I've got about 7 more pounds of the cherry wine at home drying.
Nice.
And I could give it to you untrimmed cheaper if you decided you want some untrimmed, because he was talking about.
Biomass too. I was thinking about getting biomass to make hash.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. It was all grown. Y'all just harvested.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, yeah, that'd be cool to make some hash with and stuff.
Yeah, that's literally from the fields to here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Of course, I did a lot of work. It's all hand trimmed.
Oh yeah.
I did it all myself, and it was a lot of work, but I did it all myself. And like I was telling Sam, we put it in once it's dry. I hang it in baskets. I monitor the temperature and the humidity. I put it in jars when it's ready to go in jars, and then we open the jars every so often to cure the stuff, so it has that good smooth draw to it. You know what I mean? That's why it smells and looks so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all did.
There was a lot of trouble.
Oh no. Yeah.
This farming is work. People don't realize it, but farming is work.
Oh no. I realize. I went out to.
There's a science to growing.
Oh yeah, no, I realize it's hard. I mean, I love you guys for it. You know what I mean? It's hard. I couldn't do it.
I know a lot.
Well, it was really nice to meet you. I'm glad that you came in while I was here.
Yeah,
that means because I didn't. They probably didn't even tell you to be over there at 3 o'clock today at the other one, did they?
At 3, probably. So my messages. We've been doing a little video shoot the past hour.
It was a blessing that he actually come in while we were gone.
We've probably been over there about 3 then.
Well, I guess we'll get out of your hair. I do want some of that hash.
Oh yeah.
And some of the more of those seeds, if you didn't forget it. And I want to buy a couple of those cookies and some moon rocks from before I leave. I gave you that little sweetening jar. That's okay. You're doing good.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm broke from that.
Which ones are those? Those are the
sweet. I just wanted a few more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get some of these seeds out of Daryl's ground.
Yeah,
because it's a real good sweet. I figured
it's a good sweet. Yeah, so that sweetener right there. My buddy grew 5 acres of it outdoor last year. He grew 3 acres of sweet and 2 acres of T1, and he still got a bunch of that sweet. And so that's one of the flowers we've been just trying to move quickly, you know.
Right.
And even trying to wholesale. We're trying to get more into the flower, more into wholesale for moving products. Right. It's just it only moves so quick in retail environment, and then online the prices are so competitive for it.
Yeah.
That it's a lot of work to go through for selling and shipping somebody an ounce for like $39.99.
Oh yeah.
So it's
But no, we wanted a few more seeds because in these seeds, if you plant 10 seeds, normally you'll be lucky to get 2 or 3 females out of it because it's always, nature always pushes more towards the male side, and you want at least one good female.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. No, you gotta have female. Female only. Get rid of the rest.
Because literally, you could literally plant those, 8 seeds and not get a male or not get a female in the bunch. It could happen.
Oh yeah. That would be.
So all of these were actually grown out of clones.
Oh, okay.
The thing about clones though is they don't have a taproot, and when you get these big cherry wine plants, and I started these, like I said, I started them late. July the 7th is when they went in the ground. They should have been a month earlier. But the cherry wine plants got about that tall, had buds that long, and they're bushy around as Christmas trees. And I guarantee you I'm going to get close to a pound out of each one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you have to tie them up because they don't have a taproot.
They fall over.
Now, if they were grown from seeds, you wouldn't have to worry about it because that root and the taproot would be down as far high as or down deep as the front is high. You know what I mean? Yeah. These ones, being as high as they were, I could literally reach down with some force. Now I had to work on it and pull the whole thing out of the ground.
Wow!
But it wasn't easy.
Sure, it wasn't easy, but it is wild to think about the difference between. I know. My buddy that grew all the sweeten, he grew all his from seeds. He always likes to start from seeds.
Nothing wrong with it.
He does some clones, but he always got like the first gen seed type stuff. Yeah. And he did have a bunch of males in those, and he would pick through hundreds of males, but. There's a couple left out in the field.
That's enough. You got me 10 or so in there. You're good.
No, there's probably like 20.
Oh, yeah, you're doing good. That's perfect.
Got a lot of
that's perfect, man.
No problem.
Yeah.
But a lot of times the seeds stuff come out stronger than the non-seeds.
Oh yeah, and so you got to watch the seeds because they can. If you actually do good and you prepare your soil and you do the plants the right way on the outdoors with seeds, you can actually step up that THC level to where you're illegal.
Yeah.
Because it can run hot. In other words, this is what they call it, running hot. Clones don't typically run hot, but seeds can.
Yeah, our column, we did at the other store, the Hickson store. We've got like a little 2 foot by 4 foot grow tent in there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen
we
that. I
saw
seen
it,
that.
yeah.
Y'all had a beautiful store over there, dude. I love that store. And man, what was it? There was like a line of people. But there was a line of people literally from the cash register to the door the whole time we were there.
Man.
So you guys got a going business there.
Yeah, the bakery does real good over there for sure, man.
All right, you ready?
People are really, really nice. Well, I still need to get the hash, and I want to buy that stuff from him.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
There. Try some hash out.
So how long do you think you'll be growing hemp?
I will probably be growing hemp until I can't grow it anymore because it's kind of rewarding. They say when you read the books on growing cannabis, they say that people claim that smoking cannabis and using cannabis is addictive, but it's really not. But growing cannabis is, they say.
You gotta love the plant. There's so much love that goes into that plant, and I couldn't grow like a large scale.
You get those cookies and a thing of moon rocks. You don't care, then I'll get out of your hair.
Much. Yeah. Did y'all do any processing this year? Did y'all do any?
We haven't done anything except grow. That's all we've done.
I am gonna try to process some fibers out of it.
Oh yeah, that'd be real cool.
Yeah.
Some textile type stuff about it.
200 milligram ones.
What's your end goal with the fiber?
Do what now?
What's the end goal with the fiber? What do you want to make with the fibers of it?
Well, I had seen it this summer at a hemp fest.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to try that. One, because I'm like, well, they showed building material too, which I'm like, this is cool.
Oh no, it's so cool.
Oh yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start with the fiber. I'm gonna try to process some fiber out of it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I saw there's a company up in Nashville that got into it just this past spring, and they make like the laminate flooring. They make click-lock laminate flooring out of the hemp fibers.
Right.
So
and they had insulation too in this building.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they. So cool
yeah, the insulation. They had mixed it with concrete.
Mm.
Yeah, wow. I don't know. Like, I didn't test the concrete. I was just like amazed by it. So.
That is super cool. That'd be awesome to get into, especially having a field to grow and having access to so much.
Yeah, but he goes and talks to it every day, so.
You can tell he put love in it for sure. That's why I'm excited. Like, you definitely want y'all to grow.
Yeah, I'm the horticulture behind it. Like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
He knows the medical side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can grow something good. That's for sure. You gotta try to do like a little small, just something small, indoor, like greenhouse type thing,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something cool. Nothing.
Oh no, yeah, we've got a greenhouse to do.
Okay.
That's why I said I'm gonna start that sweetening.
Yeah.
Just to see how it does.
Y'all do indoor before you put it, before you go out to the greenhouse?
Well, since it was indoor, it was grown in because we did from clones, so it was all grown in greenhouse before we went out.
Nice. Cool. That's a good way of doing it. There's a lot of folks that really love that way. I definitely like it too because the power of the sun's just so strong.
Right.
Those big nugs that you get from the sun. So, light can't really provide that. So. We got to see what our little small grow did. It's like little midget plants. But it was fun.
Yeah. Well, this was, and
this year,
like you said, it looked like the great big ones looked like Christmas trees.
Mm-hmm.
They were huge.
Yeah, he was saying like some of them like a 1 pound yield on some of them. He was saying.
But you know why, without a taproot, why it doesn't stand up. I got that as quick as we pulled one out of the ground. There's not enough root.
Brother, I appreciate meeting you now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well,
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Just hanging in, and y'all got my number.
Oh yeah.
I'm not about an hour and a half away. So.
Y'all have to give
me a call. This next year, I'll try to get some of the sweetening and some of the auto for you.
All right.
and try to do a little bit of indoor.
Yeah.
And if we get something like that going and you kind of run a little low, so if y'all need anything at all, call me.
All right, no,
Okay.
definitely.
Great.
do that.
All right, guys.
Lacey, it was good to meet you.
Yeah,
Sam, it's good to meet you.
The CBG, did y'all have do you have CBG biomass?
I have a little bit. I don't have a lot. I have a little bit.
That
So I
plant
only
didn't grow quite as
I only
large.
grew 46 plants altogether.
Okay.
And let's see, 30 of those was cherry, wine, cherry, and Trump berry. So
Nice.
only 16 were CBGs.
Okay.
And the CBG plants grow real short.
Oh, really? Okay. I've never grown CBG.
Well, they grow a little longer, I'd say, if you put them out earlier. But we
Yeah,
didn't get
more
ours in the
veg,
ground till July the 6th. You know?
I gotcha. It turned out good though.
Yeah, it did. We did good.
Yeah. You got through the mold. I mean, y'all did good with that. A lot of farmers that we're seeing are struggling with mold.
Yep.
So it's common. So.
Yep.
Those are good.
Well, brother,
All right. Thank
call
you.
if you need anything. It was nice. See ya.
Hey, good luck to you guys.
Nice talking to you too there, young man. See ya. Yeah.
No, that dude, he ordered moon rocks when we first started making them.
Yeah.
And whenever we sent them to him in the bag, he, I'd sent him a few extra because all of his other ones were squished.
Yeah.
And he really appreciated it. And then he called me back and was like, hey, I'm growing some stuff. He's licensed and all that shit. So
yeah,
I was like, awesome, man. I would love to do business with you. And
yeah, that's cool.
he was a big fan. He was. Oh yeah.
That's
But
real cool.
he's a really good dude.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it. Yeah. You gotta outreach to all the growers. You know what I mean? It's just there's a lot of them.
Pretty plants, man.
Oh yeah.
He didn't lose one.
Huh?
He said he didn't lose one out of his whole.
Wow, that's awesome. They put love into them
Yeah,
for sure.
I
That's
know.
hard. That's hard.
Well, I'll
see. I'm in a hurry.
Yeah.
I saw you coming on my finger there. I'm whipping it up. Was that
Dude, yeah.
whipping it tonight? I'm going back out. Got like 170 dogs down on Station Street.
Yeah.
You know where that is, right?
Yeah.
Popping. The minute I get there, there's a line.
That's
Like
awesome.
3 people yesterday. So
Yeah, so he's doing hot dog stand. Make some killer hot dogs, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
down Station Street.
Oh.
Slaw, everything. Slaw, sauce.
It's
It's good.
Pulled that so many times.
You need to come by here, the Brandon store and the Hickson store, and stop by here like once a week. We'll buy some
I
dogs.
did that over the summer, remember?
Yeah, oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Hickson store.
I would come by here and there, and
Yeah.
he loved the dogs. James did too.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna go. I'm in a hurry.
Yeah, man, be good. Good to see. Yeah, good to see.
Beautiful for under 1%.
Oh, you'll finally fix the Halloween sign or what? No. I tell him every time I come in.
Well, it's for next year. Man. So, yeah.
It's pretty bud for under 1%. I've been talking to him about it for like 2.5 weeks.
All right. I was just.
We made a trip down here.
He did. He did.
And he's a good customer.
He's a good customer.
Dude,
No, I'm cool. It's fine.
he
It's
spent
cool.
like $300 on his last order.
It's cool. I'm glad we supported him.
Yeah.
I'm glad
But
that
no,
we got
this
some of
is
him, bro.
Yeah, it's good Tennessee hemp, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anything
No,
that
I'm
looks
happy.
like
I'm
it's
happy.
real fluffy, especially for that cherry
It's
wine.
pretty. I mean, I
Man.
can't knock on it at all. It's pretty. It's gonna move.
It looks like indoor stuff.
Yeah, no, it does. You can tell he put love into it.
Yeah.
Spongy too.
No. I'm gonna get these sealed up.
Yeah.
I'm chasing that.
Nice to meet you, bro. My name is Sam.
Sam.
I like chasing, dude. That's a good
Thanks,
name.
man. Mom was a hippie. Now I am. I try to do.
That's cool. Get some CBG from him, though.
Yeah, no, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I could use that to,
Oh yeah.
see what people think about it.
Oh, for sure.
That CBG though, that stuff is rough, man. I think that's gonna do a lot better. That doesn't have a smell or nothing.
CBG. Oh yeah.
And I have a lab report to that. I don't have a lab report to that.
Oh yeah. Why not?
Huh?
Where'd you,
I could never find it.
where'd you do it?
Well, I never had it. But this stuff right here, I like that he came like with all lab. Like, dude, damn.
You know?
Certified with all lab reports. It's awful here though.
We usually have them and shit. Going on.
No, I had a folder of them. Had a big put them all together.
Yeah.
What's that?
That is the auto.
Yeah.
OTTO. So it's from a grower out in Middle Tennessee. We ended up getting a bunch of that about a month ago.
What's the percentage on it?
So the auto, the beauty about the auto, it was a higher, it was like a higher, it was right at the legal limit, like the THC content. So it was a real good one, you know. So it was, the first test we got said it was 20%, 20.5%. And then we did another test on it on the second batch that we got in, and it was like 19.5%. So pretty high number for, you know, what it was. Wasn't bad. So we got a bunch of it. It's one of the main sellers now is the Auto and the Franklin. Both real good sellers.
So how much of it do
Auto
you have
and the Franklin.
to retrim when they bring it in?
Depends on the grower. Depends on like what we want it to look like. If it's
Siskiyou.
That's
Siskiyou Gold.
and that's not been trimmed.
Not been trimmed at all.
Hang on a second. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
I don't know. My name's Sam.
Say your full name.
Sam McKinley.
Are you Irish?
Yeah, Scott Irish. Or you're not. You're from Troy, right, Josh?
yeah, not from Florida. We reached out from in the.
I reached out from Montgomery.
Oh, nice.
I had my shop open. I had everything. No hemp. And he sent me some hemp.
Oh, nice. So you got a shop down there?
I had a shop.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I'm in the process of re-upping it. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Alright, you can just look at me. Who are you and where are you from and why are you here?
Like,
who are you?
Well, I'm sorry. Like, you mean like why am I working here or like why am I in Chattanooga? Sorry. Like working here, right?
Let's just start with who you are.
Alright, I'm Sam, from Boaz, Alabama, well, right beside it in Crossville. Moved up here a little while ago, graduated high school up here, and moved to Nashville, and then moved back here, and then got the job working here. I've been here for 2.5 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what is it about the cannabis industry that attracts you?
Well, the idea that, like, you know, pharmaceuticals are, you know, basically terrorizing everyone right now, and I think that hemp and, you know, cannabis is like what God intended to heal people, and I think that it's a lot more effective than, I mean, I've seen people that are heavily addicted to opiates that are off of opiates because they decided to start smoking cannabis.
Right. And how old are you?
23.
And so what's the typical person going through pain-wise when they come in here?
Usually it's like back pain, shoulder pain, a lot of rheumatoid arthritis, people with fibromyalgia, nerve pains. I mean, I've seen everybody, and everybody's been helped. And it's really wild when you actually get the right things for what your symptoms are. It makes a huge difference.
What would you say to those people that like haven't had good experiences with it yet?
You probably tried something that wasn't very high quality.
Yeah.
Like here, we have just nothing but the highest quality stuff. Most of it has a small amount of THC in it. Super high potency CBD stuff. If you have like any pains, cancer, or any inflammation, arthritis. I mean, I've seen people with multiple sclerosis. I mean, all walks of life has been through here.
Did you expect that when you entered this business?
No, not at all. I did not expect to see like some of the things that that I've seen some wild stuff, man. I've seen people that like I can't remember this one kid. He had muscular dystrophy, and he was taking it for like about 6 months, and he was able to get up out of a wheelchair. And he was 12. He never walked out of a wheelchair in his whole life.
How did your family feel about you?
Oh, they support it entirely, man. It's they all love it. The old hippies, and they're the ones who taught me the good values of cannabis.
Nice. What's the most exciting part about working here and helping people at Hickson?
Helping people at Hickson?
Store.
Sorry. No, my favorite thing about it, man, is just like being able to connect one-on-one with people, find out what their problems are, and then see their improvement over time. That's one of the wildest things you'll ever see. Like people in absolute chronic pain coming to you and being like, "Thank you so much for helping." That's the one reason why carry on and help everybody that I can, because you never know what somebody's going through.
With a lot of competition out there, what is it about Snapdragon that's different than other people?
Higher potency for a lower cost.
Yeah.
Way cheaper. I mean, you get a 500 milligram here, it's gonna run you like $40. You go anywhere else, it's gonna be $60, $70. Or like even our 4,000 milligram tincture oil, if you go anywhere else, that's gonna be a $230 bottle of oil. Here you can get it for $140.
So most people that try it just don't get quality stuff, and then they don't get
I think like if you go to Nutrition World or get it from a gas station, and you don't go to a trusted hemp store and get an actual like good brand like Charlotte's Web or Lazarus Naturals or something like that, then you're probably getting something that's bull crap. If it ever says like 300 drops per bottle and it doesn't tell you 15 mil, or it doesn't tell you the milligrams, it tells you the milligrams per serving, it's bull crap. Or if it's in hemp seed oil. There's some stuff that's good that's in hemp seed oil, but 90% of stuff I've seen is not.
How is it working with Josh?
Oh, dude, Josh is awesome, man. That's like one of my best friends. He's cool. I've known him for a long time.
Well, what would you say sets Snapdragon apart from all the others besides the potency?
Just friendliness. You come in here and we actually sit down with you and talk to you about what's going to work the best. That's the way, you have to find out what somebody's problems are before you can help them. And in most places you go into, they're just going to try to sell you the most profitable oil they can. That's might work, might or not, might or might not work. But if you come here, I'm going to make sure that you leave with something that you need.
That's awesome. Let me see if there's anything else I want to ask. What's a day like, you getting up and coming to work?
Well, I usually wake up, come in, and by the time I get here, I usually have like 2 or 3 customers in the first 15-20 minutes of opening, and it's just playing some video games, coming here, working, and then going home, playing some video games, and going to sleep.
Nice. And do you use cannabis yourself?
Yeah, I actually have a stress relief bottle. It's a 1,500 milligram vanilla that I take every day.
When did you start using cannabis?
I've been using it for about 2 years now. Well, I mean, like CBD and cannabis in general, about 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And you didn't expect this side of the business where like you would meet people that are hurting?
Oh yeah,
and get to see their progress.
This right here has really opened my eyes to a lot of things, man. Like it's crazy. On a daily basis, I see something every day that's new. Like especially with like selling people topicals, or like even older people, like even to the older guys out there, like dude, if you're in chronic pain, you can be helped. It's not something that you have to deal with. It's something that can be cured.
What do you say to those people that still think it's the devil's lettuce?
Genesis 1:29, God put the plants on the earth for us to be beneficial. So if pharmaceuticals, that's alchemy, which alchemy is sorcery, which sorcery is a sin. So the plants that God put on this earth are what we're supposed to use, and that's the purpose. You know, like this is natural. You know, taking a hydrocodone isn't natural. But if you're wanting relief, you know that cannabis is always there. Cannabis is always relief too.
That went well. Thank you, brother.
Try, man. Sorry, I'm not the best person to give interviews, but
No, that was
I
good.
try to. You know, I'm excited about this podcast tomorrow. So I'm like trying to get used to it.
That's good, man. Hey, you did good. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, man. I hope so. I hope I didn't seem like I was like too goofy or anything, but
No.
I might fucking don't do that hash pumping up, dude.
I'll test that.
Huh?
We're going to test that.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying new things, you know. With it, condensing up like it did, it's cool. Good time. It's easier to smoke that way. Oh.
And it's fresh auto, so.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have any THC in it either. Hash.
And then this is
Put in the coins.
this is some
hash
25
coins.
micron and some 73 mixed together, just because I didn't get much of either, so I just mixed them. I mean.
So if we're doing moon rocks, we still got to do dries.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool to have, though.
Dude, this is like, man, this is like just that and that fucking took me so long to do it. Even washing it, like I'd wash it like 3 times in a row.
Huh?
I keep filtering it, but
Yeah.
I've got the machine in the bathtub now. I was like, I cleaned out the bathtub and I was like, it's going in here. It's making a fucking mess.
Yeah.
But this stuff right here, look at that. Look how wild that looks. It looks like fucking dirt or something. It's pretty.
Like chocolate.
Yeah, it's insane. It looks like cocoa.
That's super cool.
Smells good. No, this right here, this is like dried stuff that I cut, laid out flat for all day. And then I got the 73 micron because it kind of once I laid it out flat, they both kind of look the same color. You know what I mean? When I scooped them all up, so I was like, there's a lot of sediment in it because I ran it multiple times through the same one and didn't scoop it. So basically, it was like because I mean you wouldn't have got anything running at one time anyways. I mean barely.
They've been the same.
Yeah, well, I mean you get like that much on your first shot, like in the bottom of the bag. You know what I mean? So
You put like 4 ounces in the bag or so every time.
NQP.
What's up, fellas?
Give me a little story on it. I'm sure I'll remember. You know, a decent little array of wholesale people that'll order for their hemp shop every couple of weeks or so. So we've been doing some wholesale stuff, but just in the past couple of months, wholesale's been picking up some.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So trying to get out and more. Trying to keep, and we're learning every month we'll change something. So it was going good and doing pretty well, but then more wholesale people were like, well, the shelf life on your stuff's, we were saying like 10 to 14 days, just kept out unless you froze it or kept it in the refrigerator. So not every CBD shop's got a refrigerator. We don't have a refrigerator out here to keep stuff in for display. So we got like a vacuum chamber. So we're able to just like vacuum the crap out of these bags, which it's different than just like putting it into a sealer and checking it out. So it's a learning as we go. So vacuum sealer. What sort of natural preservatives do we use to keep everything fresh? What's the best way to pack stuff? What's the best recipes for this, that, and the other? So a lot of learning and gradually getting better and better. But they speak for themselves now. The people that get them and they go online and post like reviews about them. Like so many people will go on Reddit and after they'll purchase something from us or see us on Reddit or see another review on Reddit, and let's talk about how good they are. And,
So all these are made in house.
yeah. Mm-hmm. All this is made in house. Coffee cakes, mudslide. So many. The variety is non-stop.
Sun in your eyes.
Shipping.
So most people come in here for edibles.
We do a lot of carts and a lot of tincture stuff. I'm surprised. Like we do a lot of oils, more than you'd think, but there is a lot of edible stuff.
It's just hard to beat the oil because you can get a 30-day supply into a drop or bottle of oil, and instead of having to eat like an edible or eat maybe half an edible type thing.
How
A
many?
lot of sugar.
How many people come back for edibles like weekly? It's kind of hard to say.
It's number wise, it'd be hard to say.
Yeah, it's definitely over half our customers are returning.
At least. Like we had 62
Over
sales
half?
yesterday. Like more than 40 of those were recurring customers. At least 80% of them got that.
Yeah, lots of them are coming in.
I love those numbers.
High numbers.
I'm getting my 3 brownies, getting my 2 things, you know.
Mm-hmm. The weekly, you know, and then there's a handful of folks that are coming in every week, you know, wanting to get their 6 or 10 brownies. You know, they'll still stock up for the week. Like one trip on a Monday, come in. Mondays are usually a pretty good day.
Yeah.
So people stocking up for the week.
So dope, man. Folks are getting their medicines.
Oh yeah. Hey, how you doing, man?
What can we help you with? Looking at the sticks. Yeah. You tried some of them before?
I have tried a bunch of them before.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're familiar. Because it used to be THC, but it doesn't have the head effects of it. It's a body effect. So all these cannabinoids out there that we play around with, they're just cool effects.
Well, that's one cookie's $15.
It's a good cookie.
That's funny.
So our normals, like, so this is the blueberry sugar cookie we do. So each one of these cookies is going to be about 35 milligrams or so, and you get 2 in a pack for 10. So if you think about, like, and this one cookie would be a good dose for somebody, right? So if you were to eat 2 cookies, you're at still like 75 milligrams or so for 2 cookies. You're at 200 for that one cookie. So it would be like eating like 6 of those. It's strong.
As an experience.
Yeah, oh, it's an experience.
Maybe a one-time experience. I don't know.
Me for sure. You're a seasoned dude. I'm not me.
Oh yeah. See, you gotta start with the sticks are a good starting point. You know, the sticks.
Sticks, yeah,
They're a good starting point.
I mean, for me, yeah.
Oh yeah, your experience though, huh? So you just gotta eat the whole cookie.
Yeah, he would. He could.
Well,
If you're having trouble sleeping, come get you a sleep cookie.
well, quite frankly, I'm really more into the real stuff, but that's what I really like.
Oh yeah. I think you'd be surprised about some of this stuff.
So I don't know. I don't know about this stuff here, but you know.
I got a question for you. So I have a lot of back pain, and this leg kills me right here, like where I fell, probably broke it. I have to walk out on concrete all the time when I work, medical field. What's good for pain?
In a direct area like that, the lotions are the rubs. So
Massage oil or
massage oil's not bad. It's a good one. My favorite lotion. Let's see. Something like this is real good for like. It's like BioFreeze is what it is.
Oh yeah, I've got some of that.
And then this one is our strongest lotion that we do, and that's a sample if you want. If you ever, you know, if you want to rub it on, if you got somewhere you want to try. And if you want, I can get a little container. I can squeeze some in a container and give it to you.
That'd be good. I'd like to try it because I need to rub that. I ate that little thing last night. It kind of didn't hurt. It was weird. I felt good, just a little bit, not too good, but just good, and then it didn't hurt. So I like that.
Oh yeah, I think we'll replicate something. Some of the stuff we make it so strong where it, like you'll wake up like you won't hurt that night, and you wake up the next day and you won't hurt, and like the next evening you won't hurt.
That'd be wonderful.
Like there's some strength behind it for sure. Oh, let's see. Drams. Let me just looking for some. Drams. Yeah, well, thinking.
Yes.
So is this your first time? We're just doing some video stuff for the website. It's kind of like a day of the life. Is this your first time using CBD? I know you. I wouldn't have assumed by your look or nothing that we use the other stuff.
Right. Yeah.
I used to have like hair like that too, but is this your first time using CBD?
I've used the chews occasionally.
From like the. You know,
I don't live here in the area. I actually live in Knoxville.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we've got. I've done that a couple of times. It didn't really affect me that much. I just, like I said, I smoke the real stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I like. So I'm really not into this, and I didn't see that it affected me that much at all, personally. But she took a chew because I had some chews, so she took one last night, and it seemed like it was good.
Well, that's
for
good
her,
that you have an open mind about it for her. Yeah. It's just like you said, once you build that tolerance, but there is CBD flower. I just smoked some that was sprayed with that Delta 8, and that was. And I do the regular stuff as well, and that stuff, I was like, I'm done. I passed it back. I was like, that tap out point where
Right,
it was good.
Nothing fancy, but a packet of some lotion. It's good too.
What's this now?
It's that goat milk lotion that we make.
Which one is it?
Yeah, the yellow label.
All right, so this is this product right here for a sample here.
That's the strongest one he got, right?
It is, yeah, and it's the fullest spectrum of.
Somebody at work said they rubbed some stuff on and felt better.
What about the application of it? Do you use all of that's in here?
No, I mean you could break that up into probably like 3-4 applications, I'd say, pretty easily. A little goes a long way. So for every one, and the lab testing lotion is for every 1 gram or 1 milliliter of that lotion, there's like 11 milligrams of CBD. So it doesn't take but like each little dollop, 2 dollops in, and you're good. It doesn't take a lot.
All right, so maybe she can just divide that into thirds and try it 3 different times. If it works the first time, try it. And if it works, then you'll know this is the product that you want to come back and get, right?
That's it.
If it works, all right. So okay, I guess this is a sample. We'll give that to you. We're going to want to purchase this product here.
All right.
I'm a little bit undetermined about this. With it, for me, I don't think it'd be any problem. For you, I'm not sure though. 200 milligrams.
It'd be a lot.
That's not used to.
Yeah, no.
So wait a minute, it's got THC in it, stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what? Eat about a fourth of it.
A fourth of, all right. So eat a honey stick first. See how you feel in a honey stick.
I'm a low tolerance there.
Yeah, well, a quarter of that is going to be a little stronger than 1 honey stick. So, and that's why I like the honey sticks because we know they're 40 to 50 milligrams. So it's a good dose. Try the thing out. Try the honey stick out first before you do the cookie. Because if you do eat half that cookie, it might be a lot.
I'll let him eat it and tell me what he thinks.
All right.
Well, let's digress and go back to the cookie over here. You said you had one that was
a little weaker.
Weaker, right?
Hey, get the strong one.
But you can always break up the strong one.
Get
You
the
can
strong
always, there's nothing wrong with, some people come in here and eat 1/16 of one cookie a day. And they'll come in every week and like I eat a 16th of a cookie in the morning, a 16th in the evening, I come in every week and get another one. It's funny.
As weird and technical as this may seem, okay, if this is infused with whatever product it's infused with, right?
Yeah.
All right, so is it equally distributed?
Yes. So
See,
we'll do a.
I take my little quarter piece here, it has nothing.
Oh, yeah.
She takes her little quarter piece here, and it has double.
Oh, no.
So, is it equally distributed throughout the whole cookie?
Yeah, we definitely do it. We try to do a really good job of heating up like a purified, like distillate version of a form into the butter that we do. So we do a good job of keeping it even. So,
okay.
No surprises.
Okay. All right, so we're going to do, let's see, we're getting this, right? Okay, so we got 4 of these. We just established that, right? And you said, since we're such great people and new customers and everything, you're going to sell this to me today for what here?
Well, I got you the 4th honey stick. And what do you want this for? What do you want this for? It's usually 15.
It's usually 15.
What kind of like 10, the 10% off? You good with 10%?
All right, let's do that there.
All right.
Hey.
25.
You never know. We may become regular customers.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know
that's
you
a
are.
cannabis veteran discount.
Oh, yeah.
Cannabis veteran.
The cannabis veteran. I like
there
it.
you go. All right, so we got a cookie in there.
Yeah, and then here's
all these in there.
Back for that.
There you go, man. And it looks like I owe you $25.65. Is that right?
That's it.
Okay. All right, there you go. All right, well, we'll see how it works.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be good stuff. Maybe
Thanks a lot.
Oh yeah, thanks
Thank
for
y'all.
coming in. I'm super excited y'all getting to try something out that we made.
Yeah. Cool.
And you want the receipt for that too?
All right, take care, guys.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
These look so good. They struggled for a while.
Did they?
Well, the other ones just look so much better, man.
Look at that root, bro. You couldn't pull that up, bro. That was from a seed?
Clone. Yeah, so these are from clones. You know how much bigger that would have been if that bucket would have been larger? This right here would have been a beast. Did you see the one outside? One outside's like...
This is great light. This is the magic hour. Shit.
It's just a monster out here.
Oh my god.
Like this one right here is just driving so, I mean that thing is just like,
oh, it's gonna be
just driving, you know? They're starting to bud because of the lights coming down, they're only budding. See look.
This shit's gonna be like
budding inside.
This is one plant?
No, it's a 5 like plant structure. But it's all open by the size of the bucket. If there's just one plant that was in this one bucket, the one plant would be this big. It would be a monster. The same genetics, but the guy uses 12-gallon buckets that grows our smokable flower in for the indoor. And his 12-gallon buckets with the same strain, he'll usually yield 12 ounces of dry material.
Turn this way. All right. So, recap of the day real quick. Just a little short recap. I know the day's not over, but
yeah, lovely Saturday so far.
Saturday.
Recap of the day. We started out the day by going to where we first started from. Started at the flea market. What a great day going to see Cliff and Kurt. You know, where we got the roots from, the local root sales. You know, we did online stuff as well in Tennessee, but the flea market was just, that was the chance to get out in the community. That was the chance to showcase these local folks, what we can do to help them out. And, you know, some of the, just the most fun, the learning, all that flea market. So, after we went from the flea market, went to the East Ridge shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be on it?
That's it.
Hey, Snapdragons, man. This is the place to be, man. This is the place to be. Hey, no other hemp store like it. This is the place to be, my guy. It's the place to be.
Hey, one question. Why should people use hemp wraps over Rillos?
Because blunts fuck your lungs up, bro. They fuck your lungs up. Papers are these, bro. We ain't smoking no blunts. Papers are zag. You see this? Hemp wrap, man. Snapdragons. Come fuck with them, guys.
I love it, man.
Appreciate you, man.
The best customers. The best. Man, so what a good day. So from where we started to where East Ridge is now, a little bit of process kind of showing where we started from, where we've come to. Now we're at the second location. Been here for a year now at this shop. You can see the bakery has come so far from what it used to be just only 4 months ago. You know, the rate of growth has been great. People don't want to be stressed. Everybody's stressed. It's a rough time right now in the country. And we try to make something that can help everybody out, you know? We just want to spread what we do. Everybody gets a chance. Love it.
Hell yeah. Perfect lighting too, man. This is like the magic hour. Is there?
It smells so good, don't it?
Dang. Cherry wine.
That's a hot blonde. So we were 2 different strains over there. The hot blonde was done, 2 weeks before.
Gosh, it smells so good.
Same plant, same size, from that cloner at the same time. Put in buckets on the exact same day. Everything was exactly the same. That one finished up almost 2 weeks before the one that's in there growing.
Damn. So that one's almost done.
It's pretty close. It's pretty cool. But the one in there is getting, those are just some monster dense nugs. Yeah. We trimmed them differently and they grew differently too. Like the cherry wine really grew into like a bush. Like it's got a lot of smaller nugs there, but just in this past 2 weeks, they start to look good. At first we were scared because we harvested that one and that one's sitting there next to it and we're like, man, crap. This thing, it looks so sad compared to that. And anybody that come in, like that one, the way that looks right now, that looked 2 weeks ago. And that one looked like there was no bud on it compared to that.
Was like, is that one still working? Is it alive?
Yeah. So it was. It's crazy to see though, but now it's coming up. It's actually coming. It's got some more. It looks better.
Than this one.
Yeah, because the dense. Those nugs are dense. Even when the moisture goes out of them, they're dense.
The amount of like thick colors looks a lot more than this one has.
Same veg time, same flower time, except for now because 2 weeks behind. But veg was all the same. Same light, same nutrients. That was fun though.
That's so dope.
G4. Good as we want it to work, it takes a really high dose. So usually when we make ours, like you'll see 500 milligram, 1,000 milligram, like THC-free CBD bottles.
Right.
So that's a 1,750 milligram. This is a 3,500 milligram. And actually come back at about 5% over that number. It was this bottle right here is technically like 3,800 and some change. So it's a really, really, really effective number. And you can just take less if you don't need a lot of it. You just take like a fifth of a dropper, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So we try to give a good value for what we do.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do you prefer the no THC version?
I'm a teacher.
Drug test or moral issue?
No, but moral plus
okay. Gotcha.
plus just in case, because you never know.
Sure.
You never know.
Sure. Well, it's good that you're wanting to use it to feel better, because I can't imagine the stress you go
Right
through.
now, it's just through the roof right now.
I can't imagine.
Plus, I use it for like pain,
Sure.
inflammation and stuff. So, what are the prices on these two?
59 and 99.
Yeah.
59.99 and 99.99.
There'll be like a teacher's discount type thing on it too, Oh yeah.
Well, that would be great.
Yes. Because this is probably one of the toughest years for teachers since the 1800s.
We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it.
We're here to get the worry off of us, right?
Lord, hell, it's just crazy.
Well, God bless you for doing it.
Well, thank you.
I
love
got
my
11-year-olds, so I'm in it.
I love them. But I also do intervention, so I have the children who struggle. So it's like, okay. What I need is this in a paper, so when they walk in the room, they're not going. I'm kidding. I love my babies. But it's different. It's really different this year. It's like every day you're like, okay, are we going to stay open or are we going to stay closed?
Wow. Yeah. I could imagine having to like go teach online.
Yeah, we hadn't had to go online yet, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Bradley County, so hopefully I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Where in Bradley County do you teach?
It's Prospect.
Prospect?
Yeah. Do you know any of the schools up there?
Yeah, I live in Cleveland.
Okay.
My mom taught at Cleveland High School for like 25, 30 years.
Who's your mom?
Miss Pace, Shirley Pace. She did the choir.
Yeah, okay.
And then my sister, she's actually working there now too.
Yeah.
She's an administrator there.
We got the XLs, we've got the turf infusion ones, but I think
I grew up with teachers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll give this one a try.
I got a fruit passion. That's it. Yeah, the fruit passion banana cream. Yeah, it was
How much on it, Pat?
I have to. What are the King Palms? The terpene infused ones. You remember what they were?
King Palm?
Yeah.
Which one?
The terpene infused small, the mini, the small one. $1.99. Yeah.
$1.99.
Yeah.
All right, let me get a banana cream and a fruit passion.
All right.
I had never tried one until about 3 weeks ago. I found one store in Nashville that had them.
Yeah.
I ain't found them since. I went to every place I could think of.
It's hard. It's hard
I
for
was
us.
like, let me try a CBD shop, see if they got them.
Yeah, I'm glad you come in, man. You ever, as soon as you first time you've been here?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little honey stick to try out too. The honey sticks that we do, the 50 milligram of full spectrum.
Yeah.
$4.33. You like peanut butter or honey?
Let's do the honey.
All right.
Hey.
You want a bag?
That's all right.
Your seat? Awesome, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take care. Let me know what you think about the honey stick too. What's up, baby? He doesn't like my face. We're gonna be doing like some carts and stuff building too, so we drove last week, and the guy didn't harvest his plants from sitting outside.
This is like
ridiculous. What is?
and go.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm looking for a pipe, a bong, something to hit some dabs with.
A pipe? Well, I'll say, you know, compared to a lot of stores around the area, we try to keep our pipe prices pretty low. Look on how much you're wanting to spend. Pretty much everything in this cabinet is $80 or under. So really good prices for half silicone, half glass. Really cool pieces.
Can you show me about that one right there?
Yeah, I can. A lot of people get this one because it's a good price range. $49.99 is what this sells for. It's a nice little piece with a glass insert in the middle, which not a lot of silicone has.
Hang on, it's a glass insert with a...
Yeah, it gets you a little more percolation there in the middle. So here are the cool things about this pipe. So if your glass breaks, it's no problem. Just take this off right here and pop it right back down. Boom, still got a pipe to go. If you like the sidecar style and you don't like the bubbler style, take this out right here, replace it through the middle, push it down in there, create a seal. Then you got the sidecar style. Now on top of all that, it's got another form. It's got a little metal tip right here, and you can use this right here for dabs, the little nectar collector, like a little vacuum. It's pretty nice. I mean, 401 pipe for that price with the glass included. You know, other places would sell it for much higher, I feel like. And we try our best to keep like unique pipes in the store. This is one of the most unique ones we have.
Very, very nice.
It can be a bit of a hassle to put back sometimes, but at least you know it's sealing correctly. You know, you don't want to start leaking water all over the place.
And what's the advantage of silicone over glass?
The advantage of silicone over glass more than anything is you can take it, you can be rough with it. I don't want to be too rough on the glass surface, of course, but a lot of the times the silicone's getting hit first. You won't have to worry about that breaking. Like me personally, I'm clumsy. I mean, last year I broke like $400 worth of glass. for a person like me, it would definitely be nice. You know, I got this as soon as we got it, just because I was like, if I kick this over onto the floor off the table, it hasn't broke yet, and I've knocked it over like 19 times. So, I mean, some people are just clumsy, and that's what they need. It's not really one for like, if someone wants something that's gonna like work the best it could ever work, something wants like top of the line glass, you know, this is not what they're looking for. But for a convenient, cheap, non-breakable,
And that's how much?
$50.
Wow.
Plus tax, it's like a little under 55.
Dang. That's dope.
It's nice.
What else can you show me?
Let's see. I mean, we definitely have some other cool pipes. Like we have some that are a little bigger, more expensive, like this $80 pipe that kind of has the same idea. It comes with, forgive me, I don't have the right color on me right now, but it actually comes with this right here. So it comes with an ash catcher. You put your little bowl in the ash catcher. If you don't want to use this whole pipe how it is, you can take this out and you can use it separately as a little bubbler. Just put a slide down in there, which is pretty cool. We have a lot of custom glass pieces. Our local glass blower does cool pieces like some custom Mario type stuff. Got something for people that like to fish. I mean, just random little stuff. If someone doesn't want a pipe, he also makes really cool like glass artwork that we sell in our store just for like looks, but they're intricate. I mean, it's hard to beat. I wish we still had the one that looked like an eyeball down here, but he still puts a lot of little detail in all these glass.
All right, one more time. Can you break down and deconstruct that pipe so I can get it from a different angle?
Okay. Should I talk about it or just deconstruct it?
Just deconstruct it and reconstruct it.
I'm just gonna...
Hang on a second. Leave it there. You know what I'm gonna do?
Oh, gosh, ow.
Alright, let's start off by your social security number.
That will be 100, fuck you.
Alright, real quick, I know what's coming. What do you do here at Snapdragon?
It's hard to really quantify, I guess. I handle all the associates at all the different stores, like making sure they come to work, making sure everyone, you know, has their pay on time. I deal with the payroll, also human resources. I do a lot of stuff online, like a lot of the website updates and stuff. If need be, I'm usually working. There's usually, because I'm like over the retail side of things, usually like if there's a lot of stuff to be made in the bakery, I'll have to go in there and help at the bakery. I'll run products back and forth between the two stores.
So let's just say director of operations.
Something like that, yeah.
And first of all, what's your name? Where are you from? And how old are you?
My name is Robert Scott.
And you can just look at me.
I'm 27 years old, and I was born and raised here in Chattanooga.
Really?
Yeah, I've never lived more than like 20 minutes from this location, actually.
Why cannabis? What is it about cannabis?
I don't know. You know, when I was younger, cannabis was fun. You know, I used to, you know, smoke a little on the side. You know, when friends would come over and bring a joint or something, it'd be like, oh, that's cool. But nowadays, as I get older, like, I start to have things like I have arthritis in my ankles, and I've tried medications for that, and I've really not seen good effects. And I have a lot of anxiety, and I don't want to get on medications for anxiety because there's a lot of like negatives. It'll change the way your brain functions and stuff. And I think if there's a way to naturally combat that, it should be readily available to everybody. And as soon as Josh was like, hey, we're doing this thing, I've made products that have helped me and they'll help other people and we can continue to make them better, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like this is a career for me. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So.
Did you expect the part of it whenever you got into it, the stories, the people in pain, to feel that side of it?
You know, I didn't actually. I didn't. When you see like between here and East Ridge, two things that really stick out to me. The first one is that this woman came in the East Ridge store one day and she limped to the counter. I mean, she was like, I've had this leg pain. I've had like 6 surgeries on my leg. I've barely been able to move for like months and months and months. And I was just like, you need to try a product of ours. I like to throw products at people. Like, I want to see what works for you regardless. Like, I don't want you to be in an arm and a leg for something. And I gave her a couple of, I believe it was the Honey 6 that we do. And I was like, try these out and let me know what you think. She came back in the store 2 hours later and she walked to the counter. And it's like, that's a good feeling. It's like, you basically changed that person's life. There are people over here. The other story that really comes to mind is there's a dude that's been getting the vape cartridges over here at the Hickson store. And he told me he was a Vietnam veteran. He said he's been on painkillers for 20 years, 2 decades. It's a long time. He was like, I'm trying to wean myself off these painkillers, and these products that you sell at the store are the only thing that have ever worked for me. And that's definitely the kind of stuff that makes you want to keep going no matter what, you know.
Yeah. That's oftentimes not expected by people in this industry, that it's really pain management, whether it be mental or physical.
Yeah. Well, it's also different. Like with this company, the reason I've stuck around so long is a lot of our purpose is like pushing products that are stronger, pushing products that are more full spectrum. Like a lot of local stores, they'll go online and they'll be like, hey, this is a full spectrum CBD, it's got 0.3 THC in it, and they'll buy it. Or they'll be like, oh, we process and we make these oils, but all they do is put isolate into a bottle. Meanwhile, we're here in the processing lab over on Brandon Road, like isolating down CBG, isolating down CBD, isolating down Delta 8, and all these different things, and making the perfect blend of product. And for us to be able to learn more every day and instill that knowledge into the people that work here, that's a whole nother level of not going into a store and be like, oh, this is for pain, this works good. Like, we know why each individual molecular structure in that product does what it does. So it's really neat to learn more. You learn more every day.
And how long have you been working here at Snapdragon?
I started full-time with Snapdragon in December of 2019. I was working in an electronics warehouse and doing the flea market thing on the side on the weekends. And as soon as he was like, it's a full-time position, I jumped on it. So it's been a while. I definitely helped Josh, like making CBD products at home, you know, bottling stuff, trying stuff out from the get-go. It's been, that makes it almost 2 years, I guess, something like that. But it's been a pretty long journey for sure.
What's been the most rewarding thing about it? About actually just working with the company, not cannabis, but with this company in particular.
With this company in particular, I know that, like, despite a lot of other companies' ideas on stuff, the owner of this company is passionate about what he does, and I'm passionate about what I do. And even when it comes to like people that are close in our lives that we've been able to bring into this, to experience this because they're passionate about it too, it's really, you know, they say a lot of things like, it's not really work if you love what you're doing. And when you're helping people and you're building an industry that's different than anybody else that's doing it, it's just rewarding to be in a passionate environment like that, because everything, you know, there's definitely hiccups, things could go smoother every once in a while, but that's part of growing a business. It's fine. Nobody's at each other's throats, everybody's just happy. So
yeah, that's dope, man. That is so very, very dope. So what's the future look like for Snap and you?
I would say I definitely plan on opening up more stores. You know, the more the better. Of course, the eventuality is like all of cannabis, every aspect of it, between the Delta 9s and the Delta 8s and everything. Once we finally get medical marijuana and stuff like that. But I definitely see a huge boom just in like learning about products in the past like 6 months. Our sales in the past 6 months have been like far exceeding what we've done in the entire time we've had a company. And that's just because we're getting better and better at making what we make, and to be able to add the additional level onto that when we can access, you know, every aspect of cannabis. I foresee us having like 5 or 6 stores, having like a whole shipping department and stuff like that. I expect to blow up because we're already doing better in the 2 years that we've been open than some stores that have been struggling since the first original hemp bill a long time ago. So I can definitely tell that, like, if I was with another company, they wouldn't have taken it as far as Josh
What
has taken it.
sets this company apart as far as like when you go in a gas station and you see those brands? What do you think about when you see those brands?
What I think about when I see those brands, I think about somebody that has a lot of money on their hands and not a lot of time, and they've decided to mass produce some products and do it to the lowest possible standard because they're able to. And you know, if you go into a gas station and you ask someone like what exactly these CBD products are going to do, they don't know. They can't tell you. They have no idea. So it's definitely one of those industries that it has a negative light on it, but the light could be better. Like, we could change that. We could start getting products into places like that and raise the standard, and it would be a little better for everybody.
That's awesome. Thank you for your anything else you want to say?
Not really. That's about all I got.
Thanks, man. What would happen if you ate like a dozen of those peanut butter cookies besides the sugar from them?
If you had a dozen of them?
Yeah.
Holy shit. It's for the Easter egg store. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I see it. Colorado tobacco.
There's one for here too.
What? Where'd they come from?
This guy just brings in a bunch of like antique stuff, and he said he got these, and he was like, "Do you want these for $15?" I was like, "Yeah." I even got one for myself at the house.
That's so cool, dude. That's awesome. I like that. That look good in these streets.
He said we need to frame them. He said he has one frame that looks better, like a wooden frame.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
We'll see. Call Steven and tell him we're headed over.
No dirty pops.
Oh, yeah.
That's so dope, man. You got a great operation, bro.
Just look at the back of that sign. Look at the back of that billboard.
I know, I've
Did you
seen
see that?
it. I've seen it. I've seen it. And I ain't gonna get it.
Or Hickson was like trying to get some traffic into that spot because it's like real busy right there, so a lot of people don't like turning into it, you know. So it was hard to get over that little hurdle.
I've seen more empty billboards than I ever did on the way up here. It's crazy.
We need to see if they'll do a deal on them all. Like Alexander Shannara. What do you think about that one?
Yeah,
all
where
the
he
way.
gets all the empty ones.
Huh?
Yeah, well, I heard that he gets all the empty ones until they fill up.
Oh, he pays like so. I mean, you can imagine how many he's got.
Yeah, millions. Millions a month.
Oh,
Probably, yeah.
Probably so many.
Sticks in the ground, man. And look, when his grandkids get older, just the legacy-wise, making content to me makes sense. And I don't even go there and try to guilt people, but it's for real. It's like, dude, you could be making movies with the budget you spend on billboards, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like,
true.
Seriously, you can fund 10 filmmakers for $100,000 a piece and make movies of just whatever. It's just so many options.
It is cool, man.
30 reasons to use CBD.
30 reasons. Reason 1, anxiety, right? Stress. Main 2, sleeplessness.
4,
pain, inflammation, stiffness.
okay.
That's like the body. It does. That was one of the biggest reasons I got into it. Was just like the body aches, body pains, taking a toll on me. It works. Love it when people used to, just like Cliff today, you know, used to smoke in the 60s. Some that haven't smoked then because of jobs or had to pass a drug test through their career, but now they're, you know, retired or wanting to try CBD because they remember what it used to be. It's really cool to see because it's like what CBD is now is what typical, you know, bud was in the 60s.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Like the THC. All right, so THC contents weren't something that was ever like analyzed by the by an industry until the government started in the early 90s. There's like 91 or 93, and they started taking pot they found and testing it for total THC content. So they've got numbers on averages for every year, and every year's increased. So even in the early 90s, so if you were to follow that rate of growth downward, like the 60s would be what hemp was, you know? Because 90s, I think the average was like 4 to 7%. This is real low, you know?
Damn. I did not know. Huh.
Yeah, some of the smoke's pretty good. Some that has different combos are pretty cool too. Like there's some CBG, CBN, CBD, CBG mainly mixtures. THCA.
Deep stuff, man. It goes just deeper and deeper.
It'd be cool to have this little Honda that's over here. They used to be like the biggest Honda dealership around, and they built a place right over by the lab where we're going. And it's like, I mean, 20-something bay garage, huge front. Like, that'd be wicked to do a grow out of, indoor grow. Imagine like the largest pot. To people all across will travel, something like that. Yeah,
it's true.
Pretty cool. Well,
Uh-oh.
big green.
Let's make sure we get them, not yours. Honestly. I'm kidding. I didn't get it.
They're a good place. They've got a huge variety. It's like any kind of like good brand, and they do a good like vetting process through vendors, but they carry way more vendors than other shops do. So it's cool to see like a big variety. Like 5, 6, 7 different lotions and stuff like that. So 10, probably 20 different lotions actually.
It's too much, man.
Well, it's cool. It's cool. It's neat.
You son of a good woman. And it runs good?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Why ain't you driving it now? I want to run that.
Drive a fire truck around. I gotta get it registered first.
Ah, okay.
I did drive it here though. I went and bought it and drove it here.
Heck yeah. Why did I buy a fire truck?
I don't know.
I remember that post, yeah. That was dope.
Gallon fiber.
I love it.
Yeah, man. I like fiber. Fiber's cool. Terps. So these are all the optional parts we've been making today. So there's a Hulk Hayes T1 Juice gold, berry blossom, and primaries with cherry limeade, hemp derived terpenes. 100% like all 100% natural terpenes, steam distilled from the hemp plant. Like it's the level of terpene quality we're going, we're like turned up, man.
Turned up. All turned up.
Oh yeah, this is I've always been excited about this.
I put the Skittles in there if you want to like put it behind this or something and make it look better.
Where's that?
It's yeah, it's in the freezer. It should be like one of the top few.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just like. I did. Whenever I first got mask, I did the same thing. And my aunt nurse and said something to do about it. Yeah, she was like, the blue is like a water barrier, so it allows water not to like leave in. When it's on the inside, it makes it like fog up, like your mouth, it'll be doing like wind around your mouth. Oh, right. Yeah.
Also, a surgeon says that your tentacle is supposed to take the ear loops, tie a knot in that. That way it actually closes in your mouth and you can cut the corners, and that way the air doesn't pass through you. It makes it tough around your mouth like this.
Those are all the same place. I don't know which place it is. Skittles, he's in the Skittles. You use T1 too? Or I mean cherry limeade?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right. Let's see. I did the Skittles and the berry blossom.
Nice.
Oh, of course.
Kicked it over.
So we're done with the Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna label these. Like, I'm gonna put them where.
We gotta get we got labels for them? Alright. What's up?
Alright.
Wanna hear about that?
Yeah. Take your mask off and leave it hanging. Alright. Yeah, still leave it hanging. What, where are we at? What is this place?
This is the...
You just look at me.
Alright. This is our operating or manufacturing type facility where our lab process goes down, right? So, start from the scratch here. So I guess first let's go in another room and we'll see how the process starts. So in this room, we have all of the in this room we've got all the bud. This is some sweetened from a farm up in North Tennessee.
Nice.
I don't know if they want their name on the video or not, so I'll just say it. So this is, but it's all their. This is the rest of their run. So we're almost done with it. Just finishing up this, and it was their last year's harvest that they didn't sell this year. They just wanted it turned into something like oil, so it was stable, and that, you know, put it on a shelf instead of having huge buckets of this. Just have a couple mason jars of concentrate. So we're turning it on to concentrate for them, and then that's another farmer that did a run of CBG outdoor, and that's like some of his best quality CBG flour that he was going to turn into concentrate.
Can you open up the bag?
So they're still on stand. Just got a lot of work to do to buck all that.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's coming to help with that. So.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure he has a good deal on it.
Well, he's doing a split. He wants to. They're running it for oil, so we'll take the flour, run it, figure out what about half of it is, and we'll keep half of it and use it to make products. But CBG is a good one.
So then you would be a processing facility at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing here is you're processing.
Yeah.
Damn. That's so dope.
Yeah. So taking from flour all the way to, you know, a final distillate form
into
anything, but you know, we make all kind of stuff from the honey to the oils, tinctures, vapes.
That was
one of the syringe tips, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't pay attention.
So I got 5 bags in there if you want to start a wash.
Alright. Let me go home.
But I do want to get interviews at some point. Yeah. Everybody on with a loud. But for like a little montage introducing it, it's gonna be like that sort of that Sesame Street public television. Yeah. You know, it's like there it is, you know, cooking.
Oh yeah.
It's like just a regular thing.
Yeah. Sure.
But to the rest of society, it's this dark market. They're actually doing something.
It's drugs.
Yeah. but like put some bright overtones to it.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, we're down. We're down for whatever.
Hi kids, today we made cannabis partridges.
I don't think that's the right approach.
Why isn't it the right approach?
I don't think this is something that's going to go to elementary schools.
Well, I mean, think about it. Almost a fourth of the country, almost a third of the country is legalized it. So, I'm just saying.
That's a good point. Hey, where'd our cardboard box go? Cardboard box. Oh man, look at that. Take care of it. Yeah, it's the four that Stephen globbed up. That's alright. Not a problem. Yeah, it's the next three. Alright. We'll put them right here. No, put them on that thing. Yeah, I'll take it. Don't worry about it.
Camera.
Yeah. decommission the water tank, maybe. How do you get it through?
We'll figure it out. We'll just rip it out. We'll just rip the water tank out. It's fine. We'll just take the water tank out.
I normally notice you have it. It's just I forget that it's there.
Yeah.
I just don't pay attention to it.
Honey sticky.
We'll get back to the price. What's up?
$8.
Alright. And your another.
So man, this is the where all the magic happens.
Secret place.
The secret punch.
The secret place.
Hiding.
This is the secret.
In plain
Look
sight.
at these can lights. These lights. Look at these can lights.
This is high living.
You didn't hit the. You gotta hit the dimmer switch. This is romantic right here.
Oh, is that it? No. This is where we might be doing some interviews in. Oh yeah. Oh, dang. Oh, if I worked here, I'd get so pissed if anybody changed. I'd be like, hang on, I told you. I like the, yeah, that's dope, man.
At 8:30, we should just, it auto dims.
Does it?
No.
That's dope. There's smart lights too?
No, not that one. It's got a switch though. It's a dimmer and a switch.
The same thing on that fan in there.
At the end of the day, we always slowly turn it down and we start singing. Closing.
Every night.
Do you really?
Yeah.
No way.
What?
You're just messing with me.
Usually David is the one that kicks it off.
Is it?
Yeah. Kind of fun, you know.
That's dope.
It makes everything way better when you have friends to talk to and do things.
When you work with friends, good company culture.
Yeah, that's right. Fantastic.
Josh has stumbled upon good people, and I'm like, I gotta come and film these and verify, you know, that these are actually good people. Nah, it's dope, man. I just love the whole movement, man. He helped put me in business last year, and I was doing this type of stuff for my news page, and I still do. Yeah. And it helped keep me a lot of business and stuff, and so I was doing it for attorneys and stuff too. And I was like, let me just come up there and make some videos about what's going on, and pop the hood on the company a little bit in a way.
And
we had been speaking about it for months.
Yeah, it's a great place, man. It's a good place, man. And like, you know, because I work another job, so, and I this is my second job, so this makes it better on the 7 days. I work 7 days a week, and like, you know, I didn't expect myself to work 7 days a week, but shoot, this is such a good place, man. I don't mind it. You know, it's kind of like a getaway for me, honestly.
Do you think that you could just be getting high? Accidentally?
Nah.
I'm just kidding.
Nah, but no.
You gotta pass the drug test for work, man.
Yeah, I do gotta pass the drug test for the other job, but so I've been on straight path, you know.
No. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Josh is good people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Makes it easier, you know.
Definitely. So, where do y'all see this going? Like the honey sticks, the cars, stuff.
Hopefully, as far as it can go, you know.
Just the jump in wholesale, just the growing manufacturing production, changing over to that, because it's definitely a different leaf from, you know, retail. Like something to support retail compared to something to support.
We keep telling him he needs to get one of those $50,000 machines that can pump it automatically, because we're not keeping up with what he's trying to pump out.
Oh, okay. Tell it like it is, would you?
We're not keeping up with the orders.
That's it. They want a job that's a machine. They don't need to do it.
About it.
He said he wants to.
That's job security.
Yeah.
I like y'all.
Slave labor.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it ain't nowhere near slave labor. It's not bad. It's easy work. It's good work. It's good pay. Plus, I'm basically hanging out with friends. I mean, we sit around.
Oh man.
You got it.
There we go.
All right, so who's the cast and crew here?
Who's the cast and crew?
Yeah, who's the cast and crew? Who do we got here?
Forgot Steven's brother. I forgot Steven's brother's name. Corey. All right, Corey. Cast and crew. First, Steven. Steven has been with us for about 6 months or so here at Snapdragon Hemp Honey Sticking. He is the honey stick master. Here we are.
That's Steven.
Steven. No, I'm high, dude. Hold on. I'm like. You gotta give me a minute, man. I'm gonna take a nap.
Retake.
Oh, dude. Alright, man.
I don't even know. I don't think you need a mask on.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, it's
It's mask. They can eat. No mask.
I'm sorry too, bro. You gotta understand. I'm trying to do this.
Alright.
2, 1.
Steven's over there. Yep. Steven. Alright. Alright, so here's our process we've got here at Snapdragon about cartridge manufacturing. We've got Steven over there filling cartridges. We've got a little heated syringe running down. Chris is over here boxing up cartridges after they get isopropyl wiped down. Chris, Frankie is over here knocking out the press, getting cartridges sealed, ready to go. Any failures we have, just up right here. We have a little handheld arbor press for making sure the tip gets sealed down correctly. No leaks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we take that sucker. We stick it right there. Then you press on it. And
Little built-in spring does it at a certain rate as you watch the little bounce back on that spring inside. These were engineered by C-Cell himself. That's not good. We've got a little array of them. They work amazing. They get pressed, go through quality control, rubber tips get added on, isopropyl white gets done to them, and they get inserted into the boxes.
Who's this fella?
Chris.
I'm not Chris.
That's not Chris, that's Corey.
Yes.
That's Chris, that's Corey.
The company's growing, man.
Man.
It's
Company's
growing.
going. First day, second day, third day. Second day, third day.
Third day.
Third day. That's it.
Yeah,
Third day.
Third day, yeah.
Third day.
I mean, dude.
Third day.
I've ridden with him all day, probably has forgotten my name.
Sometimes happens.
It looks so illegal and illicit, and it's not. And I'm gonna play off that, and I think we should. It's all right with you. I mean, just because now you have the mask and the gloves, and the fact that you get to wear your own attire makes it like more of a culture thing, like than a.
I think everybody should be in like we need suits, rubber suits.
This is
rubber suits.
This is lab jacket shit, man.
We need lab jackets.
He said we need lab jackets. Ranking lab like stripes, like ninja,
cool.
like he's a 3-day.
Oh, we could do colors like belts, you know.
Hell yeah.
We could do the belt on the lab jacket, like yellow, black, and that'd be dope.
Ranking system. So, how do you like working here? Chris. Corey. It is hard, dude. Chris and Corey. I mean,
You don't like me, do you? Y'all really don't like me. That's pretty good.
Clean it right on up.
Use the flat mouse ceramic tip on those.
Alright, I'll make
Alfalfa honey, do you remember that one?
Vaguely. Vaguely.
This is really fun. I think there's a video on that for audio matters, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see it. The audio doesn't matter.
Make sure there's clean before you start boxing. Last one. If I wrote any of your shots, that's all the audio might not matter. What's the one that's going like this, right? Did you have a favorite flavor that you still want the raspberry better? Raspberry was good.
I don't know. We're not doing some hands-on modding right now.
Can't really ISO because you remember ISO fast was.
You gotta go to the workers slide.
This needs to be
I just didn't know if it would matter that it was a little bit out. It kind of sucks, but it'll be alright.
Some more?
Can't even make faces. Wow.
I ain't gonna lie
You don't
to
even
you.
have to tell us how the edibles work.
Bruh,
We know how the
I-
edibles work for you. Let's not.
Dude, I was on that. I was in and out on the couch, like trying to be civil and stay awake. I knew you were cooking and stuff, but I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude, I can't stay."
Oh no, you were out. You were out of
It
it.
was bad. And then I ate all
Yeah.
that food. It was so good, and I went up there and
I
just,
didn't realize you ate every single bit of it. Holy shit!
I ate skin.
How? How? Are you okay?
I'm
Do you have
fine.
like 3 stomachs? What the fuck?
No.
Like, I thought about that like last night after I went to bed. I was like, wait a second. I never even scraped his plate off. Did he eat all of that? Jesus.
Most of it, yeah. It was. I was hungry, but I went and laid down and was like, and that helped like me kind of come down enough because I was really like a little loopy, like too much. That was
Yeah,
definitely
right.
too much. Like I wouldn't even, yeah, like one of them peanut butter cookies would have been fine. I shouldn't have eaten the cinnamon toast crunch and the.
So you ate a cookie and a Rice Krispie treat?
I ate a third of the cinnamon toast crunch and then a peanut butter stick and then peanut butter cookie.
Oh, okay.
But that, I mean.
Oh, it's on my phone, babe.
Yeah, I wouldn't get your phone.
Oh, you sent it to yourself?
Oh, you did not.
The screen was still like on the phone. You're out, man.
You son of a good one. Oh, man.
Snapdragon.
Bro.
You can't fuck with the Snapdragon now.
Fuck the cameraman all the way up. Okay. Golly.
Camera the cameraman.
Was my legs crossed? Like,
Look, see this.
yeah, was my legs crossed? I was just like there.
What?
That's terrible.
Oh my god, they were!
I don't even know how that.
And your hands were in your pockets. Your phone was on like the whole time. Your phone was in there making noises. And I was just like, what the heck?
That was Mike Tyson's podcast. Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
That's embarrassing.
New profile picture.
It's good after a good nap, though. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Good nap.
Dude, knew what he stood for, and she loved the fact that he was actually helping people. That he wasn't just out here working a day-to-day job, coming home tired, and not really doing anything with his life. You know, not actually helping people or having anybody benefit from what he does. So she loved that about it. And she also loves getting all the products and stuff, so, you know, it's like a win-win for her. Her daughter's with somebody nice, and she gets free CBD, so it all works
What
out.
do you think about Josh's work ethic?
Oh God. I mean, does he do anything but work, I guess? I'm pretty sure he spends 99% of his time working and then 1% with his family. And for that 1%, I'm forever grateful, but he does work more than anybody I've ever met in my life. Like, he goes to work, works, come home, works, and wakes up and works. So, yeah, the work ethic is definitely, like, at the top of its game, to say the least, I guess.
So much to do, it's a little time.
Yeah, for sure. All he does is work. But it'll get easier as time goes on.
That's right.
He'll be able to trust more people with bigger tasks, and
He is building, from what I've seen, no lie. You got some dope folks. They're young. They're ambitious, man. They seem very trustworthy. Sam, the other dude.
he's gotten rid of the ones that were issues, I guess.
Yeah.
But all of those that you're mentioning, yeah, they're all really good people.
Yeah, the one that, yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
Was what's his name at Brandon?
See?
No, Beard. He's a little bit older. His wife and the kid.
David? No.
James, I think was his name, maybe. He's a little bit chubby. He's got a beard. He's a little bit older. He's always at Brainerd, really. I've never seen him. I mean, he comes to Hickson.
Dope.
Where it actually started.
Where it actually started.
House.
At the house. That's dope. Too, so.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
The blog. That's how we got the damn Miata back.
journeys. My journeys, like.
He's really in the car. He likes, he's I mean, if that's his dream car, he's more of a Mopar fan than anything, yeah.
That's what I hear.
Like Fox Body Mustangs, like the 5.0 Mustangs. And he put a 5.0 in his Miata, and then he took me a ride on that. 400 horsepower. Oh. Like it's tied for the sweet and honey stick as far as the seller. The mother's honey stick's got a ton of CBD in it. So I know your mom would love the mother's honey stick, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, she's had some before.
Can you open up this jar?
So this right here is a cherry wine CBD plant.
All right. It's a cherry wine.
So it's cherry wine is
Keep
the
it simple,
CBD.
please.
Yeah, cherry wine's the CBD strain of this. It's a hemp plant, right? So it's sometimes it's a weird saying like CBD strain versus a hemp plant. So it's a.
So it's not a
Tripping.
CBD strain? It's a hemp plant? Or is it CBD?
That's a CBD strain. Strain of CBD called cherry wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says cherry wine.
Mm-hmm. Cherry wine.
And what's so good about this strain that she could say some good adjectives?
Cherry wine's got a real. What was the main reason for cherry wine? Cherry wine was grown for the lotion guy. So he did a cross of cherry wine and the hot blonde for doing lotions. So
The lotion guy did a cross of hot blonde and cherry wine to make some incredible lotion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, bow. Can you say that real quick?
The cherry wine guy.
The lotion guy.
The lotion guy used cherry wine.
The lotion guy. Yeah.
Yeah. The lotion guy.
He's our lotion man.
Can you like kneel down and just like
Chattaponics is the name of his grow.
observe the bud?
Chattaponics is the name of his like grow that he does. It sells bud at. So this is a Chattaponics cherry wine. It's a hydroponic grown strain usually, and this is the genetics off of it.
So what should I say about it? It's like
This is a local Chattanooga. This is a local.
What do you think about it? What do you think about it?
Oh, these look how dense these nuts are.
This is really good.
Smells really good. It's these nugs are some of the densest nugs out there. It's perfectly grown, indoor, greenhouse, light box, grown clones. I don't even know. We're getting there. 2 seconds at a time. We're making a movie. Man,
We're doing great.
here.
We're doing great. Okay. This is Snapdragon.
All right, these nugs right here. All these nugs. Nugs. You can just hear the nugs through the microphone. This is good.
Yeah.
Is it though?
Yes.
Okay.
It's perfect.
All right.
All right. So about the light, we can talk about the lights. This is a 2 foot by 4 foot grow tent, and we used to have another strain growing in here that was a hot blonde strain.
Do you sell these setups?
We do sell these setups.
All right, let's
yeah.
all right,
So
come on,
we're
she's a pitch person for
all right.
that.
Yep. So we're Mars Hydro dealer. We sell Mars Hydro products for the cost effectiveness, and that's what we're about here at Snapdragon Hemp. Is just the cost effectiveness. If you can get a product that is good quality at a good cost, and that we stand behind, you'll not find a better quality.
So
product
this is
out
called
there,
a
you know?
Mars Hydro what?
Mars Hydro, it's a little indoor grow setup.
Mars Hydro indoor grow setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Crystal.
Yes.
Can you just stand over there, walk up, and then say, check out this Marvel Hydro indoor grow set here at Snapdragon Hemp.
Mars
Like
Mars
Hydro.
Here at Snapdragon Hemp. And go.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
Hey,
Hey.
check out
Check out this Mars Hydro indoor grow setup.
here at Snapdragon Hemp. Stop by or something.
Yeah,
Or
that'd be cool.
if you wanna, because I was looking
And
at this shit
even the
like
bucket
I
of-
want one straight off the top.
Even the
like-
bucket's got. Oh, and we're 1 week out from harvesting these beautiful nugs.
God,
Just
my
give 'em.
sweater ruined my.
All right. Hey, baby.
Yes.
You ready? Oh, you got some Duke. You got some Dookie on your. Oh, baby.
No, it's my sweater.
Oh,
All right,
it went
boom,
away.
bow. He's
Boom.
got you. He's got you.
Got you. All right. Check out our Mars Hydro indoor grow setup.
Perfect. And go. That's it. Walk
You
up.
can
sit
walk
down.
up to it, get close to it, point it out really good. Check out our Mars Hydro indoor grow setup. You can point to like the sticker, you can point to the name up there. The Mars Hydro, these are Mars Hydro lights in the Mars Hydro. Look right here in the back. See that? Look at that Mars Hydro. Look on the camera, it looks cool. Look on the camera. Alright, Mars Hydro. Look at that. Mars Hydro.
Love it. All right, come on, Crystal. Let's get it. You got it. Sell it. Sell it like you just you had to. Check out this Mars Hydro. Come on. And go.
Check out this Mars Hydro.
You're getting there, man. Dude, all right. You can do it.
I mean, it just
That's
feels
that
so,
wasn't
it
bad.
feels so awkward just saying, check this out.
We gotta come up and be like,
You gotta
check
believe in
out
the
this
product.
Mars Hydro
Believe in the
grow
product.
tent.
Believe in the product.
All right. Do you want to? Let's
I
believe
feel
in
like
the
I'm
product. Do you
gonna
want to create a
scare
little
them,
relationship
like,
with the cameraman before? Do you want to be like, if you ever wanted to grow bud at your own home, boom. If you ever wanted to grow hemp, Tennessee has more hemp growers in the state of Tennessee than any other state. We're here in Tennessee. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe something like that. What do you think?
Just try some stuff.
I mean,
Don't
yeah,
be afraid
I was
to
gonna
sound
be like,
goofy.
if you've ever thought about growing your own hemp, check this Mars Hydro out because it's great.
Check out this Mars Hydro.
Check this Mars Hydro out. It's the best and
Mars Hydro. Hemp growers, Tennessee.
yep, it's the best you can get.
Grow your own. Start your own hemp grow in your closet at home.
Boom.
Mars Hydro.
Basement closet.
$500.
Bedroom.
With the lights?
Everything. Yep.
No.
The deals. Mars Hydro is, man. They're doing it. They're doing it. They ship. They're a USA like distributed company.
How about